Peace, peace. Hold on, let me change it. What's happening, y'all? Peace, peace. Come on in, come on in. Let me go get my coffee real quick. Change the layout. There we go. Like the live, share the live, hit the repost, and get my coffee. I got that. If you're hearing impaired bugging, you know I'm out the gutter. Peace, peace. Sugar snacks in the building. What's happening? Peace, peace. Y'all come on in. We got 8 people in here. Just get 8 reposts jumping. I know I'm on early. That's because I kind of want to get done a little bit earlier today so I can chill and relax. OG Murray in the building. What's happening? Adrian, what's good? Peace, peace. Dynasty in the building. What's good? Libra gang, what's happening? Look up, what's good? Peace, peace. Man, I got something for y'all today. Oh, yes, I do. I got something for y'all today. We're going to wait for people to get in here, though, but I got something for y'all today. Make sure y'all get y'all screenshots. Share this live to your favorite FBA. For real, share this live to your favorite FBA. Whoever got an FBA in their name, send it to them. Tag it. You feel me? They don't want to miss this live right here. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. We about to do a little Haitian history, right? We about to go on back to Haiti, and we about to continue doing a little Haiti history real quick. All right, so go on and she get the FBAs in there. Go ahead and roll up one real quick. Peace, peace. We got 11 people in here. Let's get 11 reposts. What's happening? You said what I got? We gonna wait. We gonna wait till some people get in here. What's happening? Soul Engine, peace, peace. Trip, what's happening? Peace, peace, y'all. We got 12 people in here. Let's get 12 reposts jumping, 12 shares, 12 gifts slanking in the air. Man, we in for a little doozy. I'm gonna cut that brightness down in a minute. That light a little too bright in my eyes. How everybody day been though? Y'all, what's happening, Rose? Peace, peace. Y'all day been good? How y'all Tuesday been? No complaints. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. No complaints. No shit. No complaints over here. Today kind of felt like it was on autopilot for real, for real. Like it wasn't bad or good. It wasn't high vibration or low vibration. It was just I felt like I was on like an autopilot mode or something. My day was smooth. Fresh off the plantation, can't get no better than that. So, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, straight up, yeah. Peace, peace. What's happening? Step up. Peace, peace. Fresh out the field, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. Ain't nothing like getting off that plantation, boy. So, how much do y'all know about Haiti's history? I just want to see something. How much about Haiti history do y'all know? Said they beat up the French. Said not much. A little bit, to be honest. Not much. Okay. Okay. Not much for real. Okay. Y'all don't like this. Do y'all know that there's a Black American in Haiti connection part of the history that don't nobody tell you about? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that there was a Black American in Haiti connection around 1804 to 1860 that they never told you? We got 28 people in here. Let's get 28 reposts. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all for coming in. He said, I know that, fam. He said, do tell. I'm going to break it down. We're going to wait for some more people to get in here, and we're going to break it down. So, if y'all got the repost button on y'all end, make sure y'all hit that repost button. Let's get into the algorithm. Let's get 26 shares, 26 likes, gives 26 reposts. Let's go ahead and tap in. Let's go ahead and tap in. He said, yes, I know we connected, but why do they act like that with us? I wouldn't say that Haitians act no type of way towards us. I would say that the ones that people are encountering are Africans pretending to be Haitians. That's what I would always stand on. I will always stand on that. The ones that people are encountering are Africans who's pretending to be Haitians, or Africans who moved to Haiti and grew up there, first and second generation Africans. But original Haitians, they love Black Americans. They ain't got no problem with us. They live with us amongst our communities for centuries. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no problem with us. I said that, Adrian, peace. But yeah, there's a lot of Africans cosplaying as everybody, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Black Brits, Africans, those are kind of the main ones that's pretending to be everybody right now. Black Brits and the Africans, which kind of should let you know something in history for real, since we be talking about people pretending in history and shit. Connect that dot real quick. Connect that dot real quick. Black Brits and Africans pretending. Who and what are they pretending to be? Look, it's the Arabian Siberians. We're also not Native Americans. Amerigo Vespucci. What are you talking about? Dark Challenger? I don't know what you're talking about. You came here saying some crazy shit. Amerigo Vespucci never existed. You're not telling me facts. You're telling me about an explorer who was created by the Vatican. He never existed. So yeah, that's that. Ain't nobody talking about Native Americans though. This is not the live that you think that you in. This is not the live that you think you want to be in. I'm just gonna let you know that now. Let me go ahead and let me cut my light down a little bit. That shit blinding my eyes. Here we go. He said, I'm not crazy. You're going to stay ignorant. Ain't nobody call you crazy, but a hit dog will holler. Ain't nobody say you crazy. I just said Amerigo Vespucci didn't exist. The Vatican created them. Made them up. Why is that so hard to believe? I mean, the Vatican stole people's lands, lied to everybody, threw everybody in boarding schools. Why is it hard for you to believe that they made up and explored to brainwash people with? If you was a real American Indian, you would know that America comes from the word Amaruk or Amaru, meaning the land of plum serpents. So America has always been America. It was never named after no Amerigo Vespucci who never existed. So I'm sorry to break that news to you. All right. You say I literally fought for the colonizers. You don't know me or my family. You don't speak facts. You speaking opinions. You literally just speaking opinions. You gonna talk about I fought for the colonizers. You don't even know who my family is. I don't have my name for no reason, dog. I don't know what that is. You about to irritate me. You're not even on topic. Yeah, the trolls coming in. The trolls coming in. You know how that is. You a whole European in there. Hey, what's happening? Tribe? Peace, peace. Peace, peace. You said R1A, R1B bloodline is a reptilian bloodline. I don't know what you're talking about with that one. I have no idea what you're talking about with that. What's happening? E-Flow? Peace, peace. Black and white people are new to earth. There's no such thing as black or white people. People are not crown colors. There's no such thing as black or white people. People aren't crayon colors. Black and white is a social construct that was created by the government. Go figure. That shit's not even biological. He said go take a blood test and see if you have R1A, R1B. Go do your genealogy and find the reptilian in your bloodline. How about that one? How about y'all go build a family tree and find the reptile in y'all tree? I'm not about to listen to a Native American who believe in reptilians. That shit's wild, all right? What's happening? Health, wealth, peace, peace. Sean Bay was good. GMB in the building. All right. So that boy said, shut up, Lil Wayne. That's crazy. I sound like Lil Wayne, y'all. Damn, that's crazy. What's happening, Felanius? Lola was good. Peace, peace. You said there's weirdos in every live. This is social media. Yeah, it's weird motherfuckers on the internet all day, every day. We got 70 people in here. Just get 70 reposts started right now. Roll it if you got it. Poll it if you got it. You already know what it is. High Learn Book Club in full effect. Signs are for the conscious mind. Y'all know how we do in the beginning of the live where I twist up my paper plane indigenously. We're going to let the trolls have fun inside the comments real quick, right? So let's just give them about 5-10 minutes of exposure time, right? Let me get my paper planes together. Y'all get y'all paper planes together and we're going to go ahead and spark it on up. What's happening, Dre? Peace, peace. You said full karma for you? Y'all are weird. I ain't gonna lie. Native Americans are some weird motherfuckers on this app. They weird as fuck. It's like they won't admit that they racist, even though that they know that they racist. You know, they talk all this shit about you fought with the oppressors, but they live with the white man. The BIA is full of the white man. Their powwows is full of the pale faces. But somehow you fought with the oppressors, right? And these folks is weird. I don't know who they lying to. Like, we can't see y'all. It's the fucking internet. Nigga. We be watching the powwows and all that shit. Ain't nothing but pale people in that motherfucker. Pale people and Siberians and shit. Like, they be acting like we can't see them. Like, we don't know what the fuck white people look like now. like motherfuckers don't know what white people look like. You know what I'm saying? Nigga been living around white people his whole life. Now all of a sudden we don't know what white people look like. Those are light-skinned natives. Like, get the fuck out of here. Those are Caucasians. You guys have powwows and live on the reservations with Caucasians. The BIA is full of Caucasians. You gotta go get your tribal ID card from Caucasians. The fuck are y'all talking about in here? Y'all should be on our side. Shit, we fighting white supremacy. Y'all niggas is siding with them. Shout out to everybody that's in here. You said the dinosaurs were black. Nah, the dinosaurs, there's no such thing as a dinosaur. If y'all still believe dinosaurs exist, then you are nowhere near my level. If you think dinosaurs is some real shit, I know how far you are indoctrinated and I know who indoctrinated you, right? Y'all be talking about the white man, but y'all be believing everything that this nigga said. And the dinosaurs and out of Africa theories and Amerigo Vespucci. Everything that the white man gave you in school, you believe that shit. But yet instead y'all call him a liar while believing everything they gave you in school. That's crazy as hell, boy. I don't know what y'all smoking, but it ain't trees. I don't know what y'all smoking, but that motherfucker sure ain't. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We got 90 people in here. Just get 90 reposts jumping. I know they call dragons. I know they're called dragons. They don't know that. Some of these people don't even believe dragons exist, but they believe in dinosaurs. Oh shit. He said it ain't piff. Oh shit. Yeah, they messing around, Libra. Yeah, you already know what it is. We got 93 people in here. It's getting 93 reposts. We about to kick it off. I got a nice live for y'all. Make sure y'all send a live to y'all favorite FBA. They don't want to miss this one. Send it to your favorite FBA. They don't want to miss this one. What's happening, Creep? So we got 90 people in here. Y'all do know that Black Americans are the American Indians, right? Right? Y'all do know that Black Americans are the real indigenous people, right? Y'all do know that, right? Okay, just make it show. Just make it show. Seeing where y'all headed. Seeing where y'all headed. And seeing where the trolls at. All right, and seeing where the trolls at. And if you know that you are an American Indian as a Black American, can you drop your tribe in the comments for me real quick? I want to see how many people know their tribes. There's 93 people in here. What tribe do you descend from, Black Americans? I come from the Shada line of things, right? From LaFleur, Mississippi, Greenwood, you dig? The Edabina area, which is Choctaw, or Shada, right? Got a little air walking in there. Little Geechee, little Yamasee, you know, you feel me? Right? Where y'all tribes at, man? I'm trying to find my people real quick. Let me find my people real quick. I already got the paper plane twisted. I roll fast. Let me hit this coffee, because I'm on their ass. Shout out to the Shada. You said speak your language? Man, look, if I spoke my language real quick, boy, you wouldn't even understand shit that I was talking about. You did what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all won't even catch on to it. You did? So, right. And speaking a language do not prove that you're indigenous. It's white people that speak Indian languages today. Like, it's 2026. As long as there's a Google and a Rosetta Stone, anybody can speak any language. I also speak French. That don't make me French. Shout out to the Shadows, boy. I see y'all in here. Shout out to the Shawnee. Blackfoot in the building. I see y'all. Blackfoot in the building. Hey. He said he got a heart tattoo on his face while I tried to push last. The fuck do a heart tattoo got to do with reading a book? Y'all just be saying shit. You must like my heart tattoo. That motherfucker fire, ain't it? Yeah, that motherfucker fire to the motherfucker. That bitch fit my face, don't it? That was, he got a heart tattoo on his face. Do you want one? You said how many of y'all know y'all languages though? I could have sworn that they stripped the Indians of their language when they was unaliving the Indians and saving the man in boarding schools. Didn't I could have sworn that was part of history, right? History books said that the Indians had their languages stripped. So if the Indians had their languages stripped, how the fuck y'all know y'all's? Oops. If the Indians had their languages stripped because they went to boarding schools and orphanages and shit, how do y'all have y'all's? Who gave y'all your languages back? The white man? Did the white man give you your language back after they took it to you? Oh, man. Hey, shout out to Ice, too. I just want to say, Ice, you doing a good job. Keep doing what y'all doing. I fuck with y'all. Shout out, hey, got the Natchez in the building. Shout out Chickasaw, hey. Got the Wichita in the building. Lumbee, Q-Paw, what's happening? Ask what federally recognized tribe are you enrolled in. I don't care about white people. Right? I don't care about white people. Because when you go to get federally recognized, you got to go stand in front of white people. For those who haven't checked out the BIA, go look at the BIA and come back to my live. Ain't no more white people on that bit. I'm good on that federally recognized shit. Real American Indians don't even like the feds. So why the fuck do I want to even deal with the feds? You know what I'm saying? So, big gang. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. I see all my American Indians in this thing, man. Y'all already know what it is. Osio, Chacoma, Sapase, Bonjour. What's happening? And all the other ways of saying what's good. You said your blood is tested. What about your genealogy? right? What about your genealogy? Y'all go straight to blood test. What about your genealogy? Where's your ancestors' graveyards at? Everybody talk about blood tests, but how many of y'all can go to your great, 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 great grandparents' graveyards and put flowers on them? I never heard a Native American talk about their fifth grandparents, sixth grandparents, eighth grandparents, 12th grandparents, fourth grandparents, great grandparents. I never heard them talk about none of them. It's always DNA tests and white man's company, but never like, yes, this is my 12th grandmother. She's buried here. This is what she looked like. Da, da, da. Why they ain't never got no shit like that? They ain't never got no shit like that. It's always the white man's DNA test. Take the white man's DNA test. Take the white man's DNA test. There's always some crazy shit. This girl said, I got fake locks. Y'all, I got these people so mad and I ain't even started the live yet. This girl said, I got fake locks. Oh, Lord have mercy. I could tell that she don't know what real locks look like because she's not us. Spamming my comments with DNA is not gonna do nothing. Spamming my comments. Ooh, shit, hold on. Oh, that's that gas. That's that shit you ain't gonna find on a reservation. Ooh, they ain't got this on the res. Them niggas got that Mexican brick shit. They ain't got this. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Real indigenous. Real indigenous. You feel me? Roll it if you got it. You said, I come from Buffalo Soldiers. You come from Buffalo Wings. You silly as hell, Divine. You silly as hell. You said DNA is fake. We have no choice but to use it as a double-edged sword. No, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't got no choice but to use DNA. Stop lying. You can do genealogy. You can build a family tree and trace your ancestry all the way back. You ain't got to do that. Actually, genealogical records is actually preferred. So, she said, wiggly scalp people. Your jokes is horrible, Elania. I'm just going to say that now. If you call yourself trying to roast me, your jokes is horrible, little white girl. Your jokes sound like white people jokes. That shit's lame. Stop watching Seinfeld. That shit is horrible. Stop watching Seinfeld. You need to cut on some Dave Chappelle or some shit. Yo, roast is horrible. You're not even roasting shit. And them jokes raw as hell. Just like the meat y'all like to eat. You said, why they here? You know these folks love my lies, man. You said roaches in my house? Nah, I ain't got no roaches. I don't even wear no smelly bonnets. Smelly pillow tribe. Oh, Lord. She tells white people jokes. That's how I know they white. For real, that's how I know they white people for real. They tell white people jokes. They tell white people jokes, bro. That's how I know they white people. Who were the Moors? What was the treaty? Who sold Africans to Europeans? What is an African? Because if you're talking about colonial times, colonial Africa is not the same as modern Africa that you're thinking of. So first you have to start there to figure that out, right? But most people can't even grasp that concept. So once you figure it out, you let me know. Hell yeah, she lying as hell. You said y'all can't cook for shit over seasoning everything. That's how I know she just talking shit. And y'all eat puppy dog soup. How about that one? You say that we can't cook for shit, but we are the ones that's not eating puppy dogs as a ceremonial dish. Y'all eat puppy dog soup as a ceremonial dish. Y'all are dog eaters. Which is funny because y'all say that y'all not Chinese or Siberian or Asian and shit, but y'all eat dogs like they eat dogs. Talk about preserving your culture. Talk about preserving your culture. Talk about preserving your culture, right? Talk about preserving your culture. Oh, but let me go ahead and escort her to Cracker Talk. All right, she want Cracker Talk. Oh shit, Karma Coward, you met your match. My panel is open. You talking about I met my match? You ain't said shit. They really mad in here today, man. They furious in this bitch. And I just started my live. I ain't even been on 30 minutes, y'all. I only been on for 27 minutes. Real shit, I only been on for 27 minutes. Y'all see how hard they going? You can ask whatever questions that you want to ask, step up. My panel is always open if you want to come up and ask it or whatever. But yeah, they really mad in here. Boy, I ain't even been on it. Been 30 minutes yet. You said none of our people eat dogs. Yes, you do. Y'all love Google so much that y'all can Google puppy dog ceremonial soup Native American, and it's gonna pull up every tribe that eats puppy dog soup ceremonial dish. And you can go on TikTok and actually watch Native Americans cook the shit. That's crazy as hell, right? You can go on TikTok and watch videos of Native Americans cooking puppy dog soup and talking about the experiences of it. That's crazy to the motherfucker, right? So y'all have fun with that. Nobody's lying. Y'all just are ashamed because y'all out here eating little scrappy doo as a ceremony. It's crazy to the motherfucker. But we about to go ahead and get started here in a second, y'all. We gonna let them, let's get about 2 more minutes in. I'm hitting my joint, getting the coffee. I'm gonna let it take effect real quick and we gonna throw it in. How many FBA people we got in here? How many FBAs we got in here? We ain't got no FBAs in here. What's happening, Hidden Gems? Peace, peace. Shout out to the FBAs. Hey, some of y'all gonna hate my live today, but just understand that it's all for history, it's all for love, and we all Black Americans, all right? I ain't got no hate for FBA, except for those who be trying to call me a tether and shit without knowing their history, right? So with that being understood, buckle your seats, light your joint, pour your coffee, and if you haven't followed the page, make sure you follow the page, High Learning Book Club. We about to get into it right now, right? We about to get into it right now. What's saying it, K-Real? Peace, peace. You said y'all would never claim our land. How about get off the reservations first? That's what y'all need to focus on. Y'all, before y'all talk about claiming any lands, y'all need to get the fuck off the reservations and come to Indian territory, right? Y'all niggas is stuck on the reservation, scared to come off that motherfucker. You talking about our lands, man? Y'all can have that fucking desert ass reservations, right? Because Black Americans is enjoying all of America's lands, right? Because all of America is Indian territory. And as Black Americans, we enjoying all of America while you guys are stuck on a reservation, scared to come off that motherfucker to enjoy society. Y'all don't be at no Kroger, y'all don't be at no Walmart, y'all niggas don't be at the gas station, y'all don't be at the banks. Y'all don't be nowhere where it's jumping. Y'all ain't at the bars, the clubs, the grills, the bowling. Y'all niggas ain't nowhere. I know y'all bored than a motherfucker on the reservation staring at each other smoking meth all day. I know that shit boring. Running from res dogs and shit who don't like y'all. Like, y'all gotta come off the reservations. Come to Indian territory. Right? Because all of America is Indian territory and Black Americans is loving all of it. And can't nobody stop us. Y'all always want somebody to come to the res, but how about y'all come off the res? See, y'all would never come off the res and approach us in real life because you guys are terrified of us. This is why you guys are keyboard warriors. Y'all be going ham in the comments because that's the only time you guys feel safe and feel big and bad and shit. But if y'all was so much big and bad Native Americans and all that shit, like y'all said, come off the reservations and the first Black American y'all see, slap the shit out of them. I want to see what's going to happen. And make sure y'all record this shit too. I bet nail one of y'all would do that. Come off the reservation and slap any Black American. I bet y'all won't. Y'all big and bad. Y'all hate us. We racist and all that shit. We got y'all mad. Come off the reservation and slap the fuck out of us. Until that happens, sit y'all scary asses in my comments and in the hallways and enjoy my live. Cake ass niggas. Ain't nobody scared of y'all lame asses, nigga. Y'all niggas scared to come the fuck off the reservation. Nigga talking about something. You guys would never claim our lands. Man, shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas can't even get white people off the reservation and y'all talking about Black Americans. Y'all niggas can't even get the white folks out of y'all tribes and BIAs and reservations and y'all talking about us, nigga. Y'all got a bigger fight than us, nigga. All the YT people snatching y'all kids off the reservations and y'all ain't saying shit. Some of y'all selling y'all kids for that hit of meth. Yeah, I know about what's going on the res. A lot of them motherfuckers is fucked up. Y'all got bigger problems than Black Americans on TikTok. You need to start protecting your kids. Because while y'all on here trolling us, y'all know what the fuck going on. All right? Don't... Y'all got bigger fish to fry. Y'all got bigger fish to fry. Y'all got bigger fish to fry. Y'all need to worry about them kids disappearing. And if y'all not doing it, and only white people living around y'all, then the process of elimination says that who's taking the kids? But y'all would never approach the white people though, right? That's how we know that y'all not the Indians of the story, because the Indians in American history fought the pale face. We didn't do business with pale faces. We didn't like the feds. We fought against the feds and the governments. Right? That's how I know that y'all not the Indians of the story. Y'all always say, well, we wasn't slaves. Y'all was the slaves. Thank you for telling us that we was the slaves. Now we know about Indian slavery. Who was the Indians that got enslaved for 400 years. Appreciate that too. Y'all keep telling the truth without knowing that y'all telling the truth, thinking that y'all being disrespectful, but y'all actually telling the fucking truth. This is why we let y'all talk in the comments. The more we let y'all talk, the more everybody in the world can see y'all just gaslighting niggas. That's why you'll never see a Native American elder tell us to shut the fuck up or stop or none of this. You'll never see a Native American elder because the elders know what the business is. It ain't nothing but these young, strung out niggas that don't know shit. Right? So now, ooh, them numbers dropping. I'm getting all the natives up out of here, y'all. Y'all see them numbers dropping? All the natives is leaving. Good. Because it's about to be a colors only live. Right? It's about to be a colors only live, right? Y'all ready for the colors only live? If you ready for the colors only live, go ahead and put colors only inside the comments for your boy. And we're going to kick it off. If you ready for colors only, because this is colors only information that we about to drop now, let me know. And we're going to go ahead and start clearing out the live. You pissing them off in these comments right now? Man. Step up. I don't know if you asked your question or not. I didn't see it. So I'm going to invite you up if you got time to come up and ask your question. Because I couldn't see your comments. What's happening?
Oh, okay. So I used to think, well, I used to believe the story about the Asiatic migration with Indians. But a couple of days ago, did you see the Moroccans swimming to Spain? I slept with my TV on and I thought it was Mexico. swimming in to LA or Texas, they look identical to Mexicans. I
Mm-hmm.
was wondering if you noticed any resemblance with Mexicans and Moroccans.
Yeah, I
And
do.
Spain is right there. Spain is right there. And they were trying to tell me that the Spaniards went way over to the Philippines to get slaves to go into Mexico. And Mexicans are mixed with, I don't know,
Arabs.
Filipinos and Indians. I
Nah,
just can't
nah. The,
see.
the Mexicans, the today's modern Mexicans, the Jesuses and all of them, they are Arabs, Siberians, white people, and they got a couple of black grandmamas in the closet that they refuse to acknowledge. But if you get time, go to Google and type in 1940 invisible immigration of Spain,
Hmm.
and it's going to tell you about an invisible immigration of over 100,000 Spanish people in 1940s that got dropped off in Mexico. So a lot of these people like literally just got here. Who's calling you a wabo and pretending they just got here?
So
Literally.
they did come from Spain. And Spain, okay, so was it the Basque people or was
Some
it
of them, some of them are mixed with Basques. Some of them are mixed with Arabs. Some of them are mixed with Germans, Russians.
a
Today,
hundred thousand?
today Mexico is a big melting pot. Like it's all type of shit down there now.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering if anybody had, did you see them swimming over to Spain? Did you
Nah,
see that?
I heard about it, but I didn't get a chance to look at the
Well,
video.
when you get a chance, those people look identical to
Mhm.
Mexicans. So I just wanted to know, yeah, if you ever do a live on that research, please invite me.
I got you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. I appreciate it. We got 140 people in here. Just get 140 reposts. If y'all haven't hit that repost button, just do it. Just fuck the algorithm up one time. You dig? All right, all right. Yeah, that damn invisible immigration is a motherfucker. We got a caller on the line. What's happening, April Styles? Peace, peace. What's good, Anthony?
So you're saying that natives don't exist?
Where did I say that at?
Wait, what was you and the lady just talking about?
Ain't nobody say nothing about natives didn't exist.
But I thought Hispanic,
I
like
was
Mexican
talking
people, were
about
mixed with natives.
I was talking about an invisible immigration of Spanish people being dropped off in Mexico in 1940s.
I, I thought that's what Mexico was. I thought the Spanish started Mexico.
So the Mexicans are more Spaniard.
They're Spaniards and natives, I thought.
They're Spaniards,
And
natives,
black
white,
people
and
too.
Asian. You said who?
And black people too.
Yeah, they mix with a lot of shit.
But are you saying there's no Native Americans in Mexico?
Where did I say that at?
Are they mixed with natives or not?
Who?
The Mexicans.
What is a Mexican?
I feel like a Mexican is someone
Because
from
you got all
Mexico.
type. Because I'm only asking because you got all type of Mexicans. You got British Mexicans, Arab Mexicans. You got white Mexicans, black Mexicans. You got all type of different Mexicans down there. Because Mexico is just a Mexican is a nationality. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so there's all type of different Mexicans down there. So are you talking about the ones that look like this on my background?
Yeah.
Okay, the ones on my background, those aren't natives.
But
Those people are Arab mixed with Spaniards mixed with Asian people.
what you're saying.
If you talking about the real indigenous Mexicans, they live in Veracruz, and you would call them black people or black Mexicans. So yeah,
All right.
uh, just like how the Filipinos just came out and told y'all the truth about their indigenous population, right? I don't know if y'all seen that video floating around on TikTok, but The Filipinos came out, they was like, yeah, our indigenous population are called negritos, little black people. Right? And then when you go to that video, look at the comments. Everybody know black people are indigenous. I don't know why they be gaslighting us on the lives and shit, right? But if the Philippines indigenous population are called little black people and negritos, indigenous, right? So is the Australoids, so is the Malaysians, so is the Samoans, the Polynesians, so is so on and so forth. So why would America be any different? If America's surrounded by all these Negroid indigenous people, right? Why would the mainland be any different? It wouldn't. The mainland would be the place where all of them come from, and they just spread it out. You did. But Pete Gang, man. So if there's any trolls in here, I'm sorry, but this is a colors only live, and we about to go ahead and pop it off. So now, what I want to show y'all today, we're gonna do a little whitewash history first, right? And then we're gonna jump into the main topic. Y'all ready for the whitewash history? Today's whitewash history, like I promised y'all, Beethoven. What is Beethoven? Is Beethoven black German, white German, Moor, a white man? What do y'all think Beethoven is? Is he white or black? And have y'all ever seen any sources that describe Beethoven to you? All right. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all on it. So I don't even think I need to do this. Everybody already know what it is. Yeah, they say he white. Shit, I don't think I need to do this then. Y'all already on point. Y'all already on point. Like, do y'all still want me to do the Beethoven? Like, have y'all ever seen sources about it? Like, y'all want me to do this? Or we ain't gotta do this? Okay. See, y'all pretty much knew what it was. You said they say Tesla was black too, allegedly. That ain't no allegedly. I got a book about Tesla. They describe him as a black man. So it's not allegedly. It's facts. We ain't gotta put it allegedly on our history. Right? So now, Pete Gang, right? Beethoven. Was he black? Was he white? Is it a conspiracy? Is it whitewash? Is it a mystery? What is it? All right, nonsense. He's European. But black Europeans exist because they're the original, right? Let's go ahead and break out these sources. Let's break out these sources, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that repost button. The first source we're going to break out is this one. Go ahead and get y'all screenshots for those who always ask me for the book. Here's the book cover, archives.org. Roll it if you got it. He said he was high yellow, maybe true. He said Anthony said there were scholars from Timbuktu and all sources of schools in Africa that went up to Spain. Okay. Let me know when y'all get y'all screenshot. Shout out to 140 people in here. Let's get 140 reposts jumping, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And if y'all new to my page, make sure y'all hit that follow button. Make sure you check out my YouTube page, Science for the Conscious Mind. A lot of videos, a lot of sources, a lot of books in there as well, too. All right. What's happening, Geechee? Peace. Cruel in the building. Hey. Appreciate that, Chris. All right. So I assume that y'all got y'all screenshots. Then they describe him looking like a funny looking dark man. Yes, they did. So this book was written in 1876. Okay, this book was written in 1876. Unrequited Love, an episode in life of Beethoven from the Diary of a Young Lady by Louis Noel, right? Published in London. All right. Flipping this page, we're just gonna read this. Page 60. It says what? Beethoven could not possibly be called a handsome man. He was somewhat flat, broad nose, and rather wide mouth, right? His small piercing eyes and swarthy complexion. Swarthy complexion. Swarthy. What do swarthy mean? Anybody know what swarthy mean? What do swarthy mean? Right? Because some people on this app think swarthy means a white man, but impossible. So real quick, just the definition, refresh our minds for those who don't know, right? Swart means to make tawny, and we know tawny is still a brown complexion. Drop down, swarthy, being of a dark hue, dusky complexion, tawny. In warm climates, the complexion of men is universally swarthy or black. So you might as well say swarthy means black. Black means Negro. So yes, he was a Negro. All right. The Moors, Spaniards, and Italians are more black or swarthy than the French, Germans, and English. Their swarthy or black host would darken all of our plains. Definition number 2 of swarthy is black, as the swarthy African is the example that they use, right? So we know that they're not talking about white people, right? And that's for the pan goofies who like to say that swarthy means a dark white man, but it doesn't. It means black by definition, okay? Or Negro, huh? So, swarthy. So Beethoven had a black complexion by definition. Right? Dark hue, dusky, tawny, black. Black as the African, right? Swarthy as the African, right? So Beethoven has a black complexion. All right? A black complexion. So that's source number 1, right? Let's go to this source. This book is called Beethoven, Impressions by His Contemporaries. Right? Anybody know what a contemporary is? What is a contemporary? If this is, right, impressions by his contemporaries, what is a contemporary? His peers, his music companions, right? Fellow musicians, right? So that means that these people are looking at him, right? That they are there looking at this man. They was around him. They shook his hand. They talked to him, right? You know, they probably featured on a couple of tracks with the dog. You dig what I'm saying? So first hand accounts, pretty much. So when we get into it, we're gonna drop down to the last paragraph, and it says what? Gala dress for court musicians, sea green frock coat, green knees breech with buckles, stockings of white or black silk, shoes with black bold knots, embroidered vests with pocket flaps, and vest bound with real gold cords, her hair curled and with queue, crush hat under the left arm, sword on the left side with a silver belt. Former physique of her Ludwig Van Beethoven. Short, thick set, broad across the shoulders, short neck, large head, round nose, dark brown complexion. Dark brown complexion. Like me, right? Like me, I'm dark brown complexion. I ain't Wesley Snipes, right? But dark brown complexion, right? I've never seen a white person with a dark brown complexion. Have y'all? There's 121 people. Have y'all ever seen a white person with dark brown complexion? White and brown are like opposite colors. That's like saying you seen a black white man. That's like saying that you seen a black white man. That's just crazy, right? I ain't never seen a dark brown white person before. That shit wild, right? He was coming out the coal mine. Yeah, man, yeah. You ever seen homeless whites? I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I see homeless whites every day. They're not dark brown. They're still white. Pink, red if they've been sitting out in the sun, but they're not my complexion. So, you would never see a dark brown white person, all right? Come visit Albuquerque, you will not find a white man my complexion. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, it's because they dirty, not because they naturally are brown. It's because they're dirty. Need to take a bath, right? But anyways, though, man, they always be trying to lie, bro. That shit sounds weird. You won't find any blacks in Albuquerque. I don't know what blacks are. But if you're talking about people that look like me, you would definitely find them in Albuquerque. It's amazing how y'all walk past Afro-Mexicans and act like they don't exist in Mexico. That shit is amazing to me, how y'all walk past them and act like they don't exist and then hop on live pretending that you don't see them. You have to be a special type of psychosociopath to do that, right? But anyways, though, Beethoven, very dark brown complexion, right? Let's keep going in this book, right? He always leaned forward a little in walking. When still a boy, they used to call him the Spaniard, or the Spaniard in our house. So Beethoven was so brown, dark brown, that they called him the Spaniard. So who was the Spaniards in colonial history? Excuse me, because every book that I read, the Spaniards are all described swarthy. So why do people think that the Spaniards were some white men that was coming over here, when in all of history they are described as swarthy, black, and dark hue, naturally? Like how we're naturally swarthy, right? I'm swarthy naturally, right? And you want to know what's crazier is that white people don't even lay claims to being the white Spaniards that came over here, because they're Caucasian and East Europeans and shit, right? Put a pin in that. We're going to come back to it. What's that in a little piece? Right? Put a pin in that. We're going to come back to it. But they would call Beethoven in his household the little Spaniard because he was dark brown complexion. Now, if I pull up pictures of Spain today, them niggas is pale. Not even close to dark brown. Let's keep going, all right? Beethoven himself wore a morning coat of some long-haired dark gray material in trousers to match, so that he at once recalled to me the picture in Camp Crusoe, which I was reading at the time. His coal black hair bristled shaggily about his head. His beard, he had not had been shaved for several days, made the lower part of his already brown face still darker. So have y'all ever seen one of our people that haven't shaved? I mean, pretty much what they did, what's saying to Nikki, pretty much how they described it is, you know, how you see our people when they ain't shaved for a minute, right? He's wolfing it, right? 5 o'clock shadow and shit. Okay. That's how they just described it, right? His already brown face. Right? His already brown face. So, see, y'all, this is not brown. This ain't swarthy either. This is the opposite of swarthy. This is the opposite of brown. Who in the fuck is this dude? Because this ain't Beethoven. I don't know who this nigga is. And that hair ain't curly either, like they just described. I don't know who this dude is. Them boys said swarthy, curly hair, 5 o'clock shadow. They found a random white dude and was like, that's him. They had to insert themselves in the history. And it's sad because your average American believed that Beethoven was a white man. There's a lot of white people who've been lied to and don't know that they've been lied to. But that ain't for me to tell them, though. That's for them to figure it out if they care. Right? So, now, Beethoven, swarthy black man. Now, he had, right? He had a student, right? He had a student who was also a black man, right? Y'all can screenshot this if you want, called The Recollections from My Life by Carl Sneersny. All right, another German name, right? Carl Sneersny. I'll leave this up here for a little second. What's happening, Gigi? Y'all let me know when y'all got y'all screenshots. Roll it if you got it. How I Learn a Book Club. You got a post on IG. It's a lot of folks posting your information. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Good afternoon. What's happening, Melanated Sun Magic? All right. So the recollections of my life, right? Now, let's flip this page, right? Let's drop down a little bit, right? You start about right here in this area, right? You start about right here with Beethoven. So Beethoven himself was wearing a jacket and trousers made of some gray material, dark gray material, furry texture. And he immediately reminded me of a picture of Camp Robinson Crusoe, which I happened to be reading at that time. His jet black hair made him look shaggy, the way it stood off his head. Kind of like a loose curly afro, huh? Since his beard had not been shaven for several days, the lower part of his swarthy face looked even darker. You see how they switched it? We just read his brown face. Now they said swarthy face, right? Now you know that swarthy, brown, black, dark. Boom, okay? So I also noticed immediately with the power of observation, so typical of children, that both his ears were stuffed with cotton, which seemed to have been dipped in yellow liquids. But at that time, he certainly appeared to be not the least bit hard of hearing. Did y'all catch that? They wanted y'all to think this man was like totally deaf. Is that what they told y'all? They told y'all that he was completely deaf than a motherfucker, right? Okay. But at that time, he certainly appeared to be not the least bit hard of hearing. I had to play something right away, and since I was too bashful to start with one of his works, I played the great C minor Concerto by Mozart, the one that starts with chords. Beethoven soon took notice, moved close to my chair, and played the orchestra melody with his left hand, okay? Flipping the page, with his left hand. I still remember how one day Galenic told my father that he was invited to a party that evening where he was to oppose a foreign versetto in a paneolistic duel. Quote, I fix him, unquote, Galenic added. Next day, my father asked Galenic about the outcome of the battle. Galenic looked quite crestfallen and said, quote, yesterday was a day I remember. That young fellow must be in a league with the devil. I've never heard anybody play like that. I gave him a theme to improvise on, and I assure you, I've never even heard Mozart improvise so admirably. Then he played some of his own compositions, which are marvelous, really wonderful. And he manages difficulties and effects at the keyboard that were never even dreamed of. Quote, I said, what's his name? Unquote, asked my father with some astonishment. He is a small, ugly, swarthy, young, God damn, why they always gotta call niggas ugly. Anyways, he was a small, ugly, swarthy, black, brown, young fellow and seemed to have a willful deposition, unquote. Answer Gilligan, quote, Prince Lewaski brought him to Vienna from Germany to let him study composition with Haydn, Elachberger, and Salardi, and his name is Beethoven, right? All of these are swarthy people, by the way, right? All these Germans, all these names and shit that all of these are swarthy people. All of these are swarthy, right? The dude father who's describing Beethoven, swarthy. How do I know that his father is swarthy? Because the dude that's telling you the story is this man. This is Carl Sneersny. These are swarthy Germans. And this is what they look like, for the most part. All right? These are all melanated, swarthy Germans. So where's the white people at in the stories? He said he is black. What's happening? Oh, this a brother right here. This a brother right here. Somebody in y'all family look like him. Look at him. Somebody in y'all family look like him. This might look like one of y'all cousins or some shit. But some of y'all sons look like him. I mean, Benjamin Franklin did say a lot of swarthy Germans was coming to America. Benjamin Franklin told you that in the 1700s, there was a lot of swarthy Germans. There was actually, out of all the swarthy nations of Europe that was coming over here, the swarthy Germans was the most that was coming over here. There was a lot of Germanic people that was coming over to America. I mean, Germany's right there across the way. If you cut through Alaska, you'll hit Russia and Germany real fast, right? So a lot of melanated Germans was coming over here. A lot of your German towns and y'all cities, because in all of our states, we all got at least 1 or 2 German towns around this motherfucker. Those was built by swarthy Germans, right? That Oktoberfest that be happening, swarthy Germans brought it with them, right? When you talk about Santa Claus, Saint Nick, and Krampus, swarthy Germans and Russians brought that over here. All right. My grandfather that just passed last year that I tell y'all about, he was a swarthy German. Like real shit. You know, swarthy German. Real talk. My granddaddy from Germany. And he looked just like us too. You'll never know. Like, if I showed you a picture of my granddaddy one day and I never told you that he was German, you'll think he was an American Indian. I showed people him before too. They was like, nigga, he looked like the Olmec head. And I was like, America's the real old world, right? He German though. A lot of times these be the same people, like I've been saying. A lot of these folks are descendants of the old Americans that left America a long time ago. This shit is not far-fetched. This is not far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? It is not far-fetched to even know that. Right? A lot of people give me flack on the back end about it, but I'm sticking 10 toes down. I know it, bro. It's something about music and soul that speaks to us. And for some reason, I feel like we was the ones doing music and soul all around the world. Some of these melanated Germans are descendants of American Indians that went to Germany. And the skills is there. Because think about it now, 2026, when the last time you seen a swarthy European go platinum? Just think about it. When the last time you heard of a swarthy European going platinum? Who is really outdoing Black Americans in music? Like, who's really outdoing us in music right now or ever? Nobody, right? Music come from the soul. That man said Asians. Get out my life. Get out my life. That man said Asians. Get out my life. Oh, they closer than the Africans. I will give them that. I will give the Asians that. They're closer than the Africans and the Black Brits. I give them that, but it's no cigar though, right? Close but no cigar. Ain't nobody out doing this in music, right? Music is some natural shit that comes from us, right? We are children of the soul, right? I just told you when I was breaking down the gods. Thoth was also an orchestrator of music. When you open up your book, Lucifer, who is Thoth, orchestrator of music. Thoth, Lucifer, Sun, S-U-N, Jesus, Hermes, all of the same people, right? You are the descendant of these giant god, or this giant god that you know as Thoth. This is why you are made in the image and likeness of your God. So every attribute that Thoth has or was written down and told you, you have those attributes as well too. This is why you're good in music. This is why you're good in sports. This is why you have a thirst for knowledge and wisdom. This is why you are one of the first people on earth to always wake up when it's time to wake up with knowledge and stuff like that, right? You are the sun or the child of the sun. right? Don't let it go over your head. So a lot of these people around the world that we may think are different people are actually our people who just left America a long time ago. But the culture always stayed with them. Just like how the culture always stayed with you. Right? So peak game. Understand it. Understand it. And yes, for the people in the hallway, I am saying some of these melanated Germans and Europeans are descendants of American Indians. Yes, you heard me correctly. Go ahead and clip that. Go ahead and make some funny videos about that. Can't nobody debunk that though. All right. So peak game. Peak game. Anybody got any questions? All right. So this is the guy that's writing this to you. Now, if I never showed you a picture, a lot of the trolls would think that this was a white man. I know because they trolled me before I showed the picture. The last time I did this, they was like, "You reading that white man book?" And then I turned to the picture, and it was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah, bro, this is a black German writing this." All right, telling you that Beethoven is swarthy. All of these people are swarthy. All of these people are swarthy. The dude who was playing the harp, the piano, trumpet, trombones, and all of these instruments and orchestrators, and you know what I'm saying? They was all swarthy. Niggas playing the violin and shit, operas. Go figure. Let's go to this book real quick. The Life of Ludwig van Beethoven by Alexander Wheelock. All right. Volume 1. What's that in copper? Peace. Doing a little whitewash history for the new folks in here. Shout out to all the people in here. We got 105 people in here. Just get 105 reposts jumping. We finally got all the trolls out. What's happening, Keisha? Peace. We finally got all the trolls out. Told y'all. Anytime you want trolls to leave your life, all you got to do is pull out a book and start reading. I promise you. I'm giving y'all the keys to success when you go live. What's happening, Dre? I'm giving you the keys to success for those who want to go live and start content creating, right? In the history niche. If you get a whole lot of trolls inside your live, just pull out a book, start reading. Words scare these people. This shit's like holy water to these motherfuckers. As soon as you pull out a book and start reading, them niggas like, the power of Christ compels you. And page 2, you know, get the fuck out of here. We're learning. Just get out of here. And the motherfuckers haul ass real fast, boy. I'm telling you. These niggas is scared of books. These niggas is scared of books, boy. It's funny. And these be the same people that want to be trying. These the same people that be trying to debate you. How you gonna debate me and you scared of books? What are we debating? I can prove you wrong, but I don't want to come to your panel and read books to you. But I can prove you wrong, though. And then they give you some long ass dried out speech. Big. So this book is The Life of Beethoven. Inside this book, what do it say? Once again, dropping down to the last paragraph. When one recalls the imposing style of dress at that era, the short, muscular man with a dark complexion and very bright eyes, right? As Wigler describes him, and as a painting by court painter Rudolph, still in the possession of his descendants in Vienna, depicts him. What? So there's a real painting of the real description of Beethoven? I gotta get my hands on that. They said that there's a real painting of him in dark complexion. I need my hands on that because I don't know what the fuck this is. And I don't even know who the fuck this is. What and who the fuck is this? Because this ain't dark complexion. This ain't swarthy. This ain't very brown. Hair not curly standing up like they describe, right? Loose curly hair standing up, right? Like an afro. And he got the pen in his right hand. Beethoven was left-handed. These niggas just threw some shit together. And it's so bad that they had to whitewash his daddy. I mean, his granddaddy. This is Beethoven's granddaddy, for those who don't know. I got books describing him too. Very dark complexion and swarthy and all of that type of stuff, right? Of course, if Beethoven's black, the granddaddy got to be black too, because the daddy black, right? But they even whitewashed the damn grandpa. Right? They even whitewashed the grandpa. That's crazy. Nigga just be lying. They just be lying to you. Don't take it to heart. They just be lying to you. Let's read the footnote, right? Let's read the footnote one time. The footnote say what? In the Fisher Mess, quote, short of stature, broad shoulders, short neck, long head, round nose, dark brown complexion. He always bent forward slightly when he walked. In the house, he was called Der Spaniel, or the Spaniard. So Beethoven, dark brown complexion. And he was referred to as the Spaniard because he was dark brown, right? Negro. You said, what about Hitler? Hitler was a black man as well, too. Yeah, he had a round nose, kind of like how the Negritos got a round nose, right? But yeah, dude with the funny mustache is black, too. Or swarthy. So, it would be pleasant to announce the arrival of Ludwig van Beethoven in Vienna with, so to speak, a grand flourish of trumpets, and to indulge the fancy in a highly colored and poetic account of his evident there. But unluckily, there is none of that lack of data which is favorable to that kind of composition, none of that obscurity which exalts one to write history as he would have it, and not as it really was. The facts are too potent. So they saying that the facts about Beethoven is too potent that they couldn't even lie if they want to. What's happening, Big Rico? Peace. We got 95 people in here. Let's get 95 reposts if y'all haven't hit that repost button. I appreciate that. Let's get 96 shares as well, too. Let's get it going. So now, right? The facts is too potent. The facts, right? You can't even debate this shit. The facts is too potent. Like the multitude of studious youths and young men who came later annually to find school and teachers, this small, thin, dark complected, pock-marked, dark-eyed, bewigged young musician of 22 years old had quietly journeyed to the capital to pursue the studies of his arts with a small, thin, dark complected, pockmarked, black-eyed, bewigged veteran composer. Damn, that's a mouthful. What's happening midnight? What's happening Jim? What's happening Tay? Peace. Boy, that's a mouthful right there, boy. Hold on. So they both look the same, right? So Beethoven and this composer that he came with, both dark complected, pockmarked, right? Pockmarked, black-eyed, bewigged, all right? Veteran composer. Who is this composer? A composer? Well, in the well-known anecdote related by Klerpani of Haydn's introduction to him, Anton Esterhazy, the prince, is made to call the composer a Moor. What? They said what? They said Cardapani of Haydn was introduced as a Moor. What? A Moor. And Beethoven had even more of the Moor in his looks than his master. What? Pockmark, yeah, it's kind of like acne or little scars on your face. You remember, I don't know if you had chicken pox, but when you have chicken pox and you would scratch them and then leave like a little mark on you and shit like that, yeah, pockmark. So, what's happening, child of the soul? Peace, peace. Capri, what's happening? Yeah. Krapani Haydn, a Moor. And Beethoven had even more of the Moor in his looks than his master. Huh. Let's see what his master looked like. This ain't no Moor. I don't know who this dude is. So they just lying about everybody in Beethoven's story. So they just whitewashing everybody, right? Everybody that's dark complected, dark brown, swarthy, they just mysteriously just became white, Caucasian. Yeah, the hidden hand. And for those who don't know, most people that got the hidden hand are actually dark complected people. That's one symbolic reasons for the hidden hand, right? The hidden hand is always a swarthy, dark-skinned person. When you go down the rabbit hole of niggas with the hand, hidden nobility, right? Hidden black hand, right? A lot of times it wasn't even white people that did this. It was niggas. Yeah, it was your whitewash history. Most of it came from niggas of Europe. It didn't even come from white people. Excuse me. White people inherited the lies. They inherited the lies from their melanated counterparts, right? Because not all skin folk is skin folk. And just because Beethoven and a couple of folks are melanated Europeans that probably came from us more likely, that don't mean all the melanated Europeans are the same. Hell no. It was some wild men out here, right? But anyways, this ain't no Moor. Yeah, Mozart was definitely a melanated man as well too. They all was melanated. They all was melanated. All your opera singers and composers of back then, they all right, melanated Germans and Russians and et cetera, et cetera. Austrians. Appreciate the gifts, y'all. So this don't look like a Moor to me. And he don't look like a Moor to the Moors. Had to flip the Trump on him one time. This don't look like a Moor to me. And he don't look like a Moor to the Moors. All right. Man. So this ain't the real picture of Krapani. This ain't the real picture of Beethoven. And this ain't the picture of Beethoven's granddaddy. They all was described as looking like him. They was all described of looking like him. See, the funny thing about racist people who don't know shit, they are so racist to Black Americans, but they are enjoying everything that was invented and created and innovated by so-called Black people. Imagine that. You hate Black people, but you go into an opera. And the average person who is ignorant, they relate the opera to white people for some reason, right? Knowing that them people ain't got a musical bone in their body. They ain't got a musical bone in their body. These niggas been stealing your music and sound since Frankie Lyman days and shit, and way before then. But I'm just saying, I'm using the Frankie Lyman and when we did blues and jazz and rock and roll and all that type of shit, I'm using that as an example because the same shit they did there, They did way the fuck back then too. Right? So just like how in that era you had a Frankie Lyman, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? You had a white version of Why Fools Fall in Love, right? It was crazy. They did that to all the melanated artists back then. All of them. You know what I'm saying? Did the same shit back then. You know, operas and Mozarts and composers and violinists and trumpets and saxophone players and all that type of shit that we are very skilled in. Right? Most of us ain't even take a music class to learn how to play music. Think about that. Think about how talented our people is. Most of our people who is into music ain't really take a music class. That's some shit that we always been doing since birth, just God-given talent. While other people gotta take a music class. Big game. So that is whitewash history. All right, that was whitewash history, and I'm gonna give y'all a bonus. Screenshot this book. All right, screenshot this book real quick. I'm about to give y'all a bonus into whitewash history. All right, this book was published in 1760. 1760, this book was published. All right. Oh, y'all, let me get my water real quick. All right, here we go. So inside this book right here, right, there's a section describing King James II, 1760. Okay, it's right here. The king is a very tall black man. What? What king they talking about? Hold on. The king is a very tall black man. Who is the king? Oh, King Charles II. Right? King Charles II. The reign of King Charles II, who is King Charles II, who is also the father of King James of Scotland. Yeah. Right. The king, or King Charles, is a very tall black man. Right? Swarthy, right? Black man. Man, imagine that, right? Man, they lied to you about so much. They lied to you about so much. They said King Charles is a black man. This ain't no black man. Shit, these two pictures ain't even the same picture. Same clothes, same hairstyle. The face is completely different. One got a mustache and one don't. They ain't even try. They didn't even try. They ain't even tried. One got a mustache, the other one don't. The wig on, he pale in the motherfucker, the face ain't the same, the clothes is the same. But this ain't a black man though. This ain't no black man. What's happening, Dave? Peace, peace. This ain't no black man. That's what we just read. King Charles II. Very tall black man. They gave him sheer hairstyle. Yeah, okay. It's a hot ass mess. Yeah, this shit is a hot ass mess. With them hot ass clothes on. Damn, man. But people be saying that we capping. People be saying we lying and we pseudo and shit when we just reading the books and comparing them to what they see. We can't be pseudo. If we're reading the old book of 1760, right? This man was born in King Charles II was born in 1630. 1630, the book was written in 1760. Okay. When you ask AI, it says Beethoven and King Charles were heavily whitewashed. Yeah, they was. All right, we about to get to the main topic of the live. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the main topic of the live? Y'all got y'all paper planes together? If y'all ain't got y'all paper planes together, make sure y'all get them together. All right. I don't know if there's FBA still in my life, but if you are FBA and you in my life, you might want to buckle up. You hear the sirens. You might want to buckle up. Peace, peace, Ellis. You might want to buckle up if you're an FBA. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all done called me a goddamn tether for the last time on this damn app. Real shit. Y'all done called me a tether for the last time on this app, nickel. Cause I'm about to school you niggas. Cause it's something about history that y'all don't know. What's that, Netflix? Peace, peace. Uh-oh. Where the FBA's at, shit. Lie to your favorite FBA. They need a history class. Share the lie to your favorite FBA. Get them in here. Cause what is this? Black Americans, immigrationist, and voluntary immigration movement to Haiti, 1804 to 1862. That's a long ass time. Black Americans moving to Haiti voluntarily from 1804 to 1862, way before Sierra Leone and Liberia. That was 1860. So Black Americans been going to Haiti since 1804? I wonder how many Haitians descend from Black Americans today. And I wonder how many Black Americans got a little Haitian in them. I wonder how many Haitians descend from Black Americans and how many Black Americans got a little Haitian in them. 1804 to 1862. How many of y'all ever heard of this? Y'all ever heard of this before? How many of y'all ever heard of this? Mm-hmm. The reason why some of y'all can't find no genealogies on your ancestors is because you might want to check some of these islands. Remember, I told you, Haiti got a census record database that goes all the way back to the 1700s. For some of the people that's hitting roadblocks in your genealogy, maybe that ancestor is in the islands somewhere. We've been telling people that American Indians been being shipped to the Caribbean since 1400s. And I'm just, and a lot of time I don't like sourcing around slavery. But for the sake of time, during American Indian slavery, we've been going to the West Indies since then, honestly. So you can push this 1804 way back. You can push that back to like 1500s, honestly. Right? And a lot of Caribbean Indians was coming to the mainlands, right? Because it's a trade. Right? Just like how you trade basketball players, right? If I trade you LeBron James, you got to give me somebody, right? Trade. Right? So peep game. Black Americans. Let me spark my paper plane. Damn, all the FBAs left. That's crazy. Don't go nowhere. Come back. It's cool because I'm going to make a video on it when I'm done. Excuse me. Oh, shit. What's happening, Lola? You gonna like this one. So let's get into it, though. So, first, we have to start with the American Colonization Society. How many of y'all know what the American Colonization Society is? Before we even get into that, how many of y'all know what the American Colonization Society is? And did y'all know that Abraham Lincoln was part of the American Colonization Society? Well, Abraham Lincoln was part of the American Colonization Society. And it's crazy because Abraham Lincoln was a so-called black man, right? Melungeon black man, right? Dark skin. And he was trying to send you to Africa and colonize it? Yeah. But it really wasn't about colonization. It was about eradicating the indigenous from the United States because they feared a revolution. That's why they was trying to get you up out of here. But they lied to some of our people. But we'll get into all of that though. Right? Yeah, he sold his own mom too. I heard that. Shit, his dad sold him. Yeah, his dad sold him too. Frederick Douglass told them that they could never convince us to go to Africa. Yeah. They couldn't convince us to go to Africa, but we sure as hell went to the West Indies though. Right? More of us went to the West Indies than we went to Liberia and Sierra Leone. Right? 555 on the clock. Right? So, with the insurrection in the globe began to spread, enslavers and other leaders attempted to control the free black population with the new restrictions and codes. The restrictions also led many white leaders to consider colonization to rid the U.S. of free black people or free colored people, right? Though colonization, the free colored population or black population, right, American Indians, would be settled in their own nations, eliminating the group of people deemed an imminent threat to the institution of slavery. Now, why would you be a threat to the institution of slavery? They giving you a 2-for-1 with this. For one, they told you that this new slavery is institutional. All right, industrial, institutional slavery. Why were you a threat to institutional slavery? Industrial slavery, right? Why were you a threat? You'd be a threat if you rebuild against it. Facts. A few proponents of colonization initially suggested the creation of a colony for black people west of the Mississippi or the West Indies. Africa wasn't mentioned yet. All right, Africa wasn't mentioned yet. Right? They was trying to send you west of the Mississippi. Because remember, in the beginning, the U.S. territory wasn't what we had today. Right? The U.S. territory was mostly East Coast, 13 colonies at first beginning, right? So they was trying to send you west of the Mississippi or the West Indies. But after Paul Coffey, a mixed race Quaker, what? Paul Coffey or Coffey, a mixed race Quaker. Some of these books say that he was an American Indian. Some books say that he was a mixed American Indian. Some books call him an African American or an African mixed with Indian. But this document said that he was a mixed Quaker. Dutch. Dutch. Quakers are Dutch. Abraham Lincoln descend from Quakers. Right? Okay. So Paul Coffey, a mixed race Quaker shipbuilder and activist, made a successful self-financed trip with 38 black people to Sierra Leone for the purpose of settling other free black people in 1815. Other supporters of the colonization, peace, Mother Nurture, glad you can join us. Hey. Other supporters of colonization deemed the western coast of Africa the ideal location for a new colony, right? The perceived success of Kofi's voyage, along with the desire to remove free black people from the United States altogether, served as the inspiration for the American colonization. Damn. Hey, peace. Damn. So he was trying to get rid of our people from the United States too. They ain't tell us that side of the story, did they? How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that it was some of our people that was leading the way to try to get you from the United States? How many of y'all knew that? All right. Damn, your own people. Sometimes it be your own people. Sometimes it don't be the white man. Sometimes it don't be the black British. Sometimes it be these mixed race Europeans who's mixed with you and the European. Right? Let's keep going though. So you have, and that's just a quick little rundown of the American colonization. That's what they was trying to do, right? Now. Let's go here. We're going to go to this newspaper article, right? Virginia Argus, right? If y'all want to screenshot this, right? Virginia Argus or Richmond, Virginia. What this article is about, Governor General Dessalines issues a decree from Port-au-Prince on January 14, 1804, allocating 40 guards or gardudes to American captains for each native black or man of color transported back to Haiti from the United States, where they were suffering. A copy is to be sent to the United States Congress, right? Okay. Right? Yeah, some of us are definitely mixed with the Brits. Okay, so let's go to this newspaper article, right? So we're gonna go to the newspaper. We're gonna go to this little section right here. We're gonna zoom in, right? It's written in Haitian Creole. I'm gonna leave it up here if y'all want to screenshot it. See, when the Haitians wrote it, instead of native, they called us indigenous blacks, right? Because Nayor mean black, right? So they was talking about indigenous blacks of the United States. So in an English translation, they're going to say native blacks, but Haiti was talking about the indigenous blacks of the United States because they were suffering. So they can come to Haiti and be free. Damn, there's a lot of FBAs on this app that told me that Haitians ain't do shit for Black Americans. They call us tethers. They said we ain't did shit for them. We ain't helped them out, none of that shit. But we was the first place that was like, send our brothers and sisters and cousins over here, bro. Y'all treat them fucked up. Y'all try to send them to Africa. They not even from Africa. Send them over here to Haiti. Send them to the West Indies. We got them. These are our family. The fuck is y'all trying to send them to Africa for? Niggas ain't Africa. These is indigenous blacks of the United States or America. You feel me? Send them boys over here. You guys can be free. This is how the Haiti one moved. The African one was a psyop. Because the main goal was they was trying to send you to Africa. But there was a lot of our real leaders who was like, nah, hell nah. Send them over here. Or you guys can come over here. You said someone just woke up yesterday? Man, shout out to them who woke up yesterday. All right. Man, what's happening for Laney? Man, how many of y'all knew that? So just flip it and just translate it into English, right? Because now we know that they called us indigenous blacks, right? So now let's go to the English. And the translation says, right? Liberty or death. Government of Haiti. Headquarters, Port-au-Prince. January 14th, first year of the independence of Haiti. The first year of the independence of Haiti, right? 1804, huh? The Governor General, Dessalines, considering that a great number of indigenous blacks or men of color are suffering in the United States of America, for one of the means of returning, right, and decrees, there shall be allowed to the captains of American vessels the sum of $40 for each individual they may restore to this country. He orders that this decree shall be printed, published, and posted up, and that a copy thereof be immediately forwarded to the Congress of the United States by the General Governor, signed Dessalines. Signed by Dessalines himself. Man, shout out to Dessalines, man. All right, $40 was a lot in 1804. I don't know how much exactly, but that's a lot in 1804, right? Now, all right, y'all want to screenshot this, you can. Just another little source backing up what we just said in the Smithsonian Library archives. That's almost $1,000. Yeah, they was doing that. Caribbean Crossing is what this is called. The Caribbean Crossing, right? Black Americans and the Haitian immigration movement. Immigration with an E, not an I. Right? With an E, not an I. We wasn't immigrants with an I going to Haiti, only with an E, right? Because it's all America, peep game. Migration to Haiti in the context of other contemporary migrations, right? Contemporary, right? Haiti's founding fathers, Boers Recognition Project, the marketing of Haiti, pushed and pulled in Haitian immigration, Haitian realities, and the immigration return, right? what they talking about in here. Right? 1804, Haiti's leaders realized that if their, hold on, I got a banner in my way. It needed a strong diplomatic brand with other nations. Haiti's first leaders looked especially hard at the United States, which had sizable free black population, right? A sizable. Listen to what they saying back in the 1800s. You was never the minority. It was sizable. Think about how many of our brothers sisters have been leaving out of America since the 1500s. And then look at how many is left today. Even though we know that they lying about the numbers, but 50 million of us is still left. That's still a lot of motherfuckers. So how many of us was it really in America before people started leaving? Peak game. So they was looking for other nations to join or band with, right? So they looked into the United States. Why would they look into the United States for nations to band with, right? The free black population, indigenous Americans, right? Mississippians. That included vocal champions of black immigration and colonization. In the 1920s, President Jean-Pierre Boyer helped facilitate a migration of thousands of black Americans to Haiti. Promises of ample land. They gave you land in Haiti. What's saying this, Saint? They gave you land in Haiti, right? 1820s, President Jean-Pierre Boyer, or the BL, helped facilitate an immigration or migration of thousands of black Americans to Haiti with promises of ample land, rich commercial prospects, and most importantly, a black state. His ideas struck a chord with both blacks and whites in America. Journalists and black community leaders advertised immigration to Haiti as a way for black Americans to resist discrimination and show the world that the black race or indigenous race could be an equal on the world stage. Why are they really scared of black Americans in Haiti uniting? Why are they terrified of black Americans and Haitians coming together? And they work so hard to keep us separated, and even as far as beefing with each other on social media. They send the Africans who pretend like Haitians, and then they send the other Africans who pretend to be black Americans to cause the shit, and us on this side and the indigenous on that side, we fall for it. Now we beefing, and then both of them niggas just step back and watch us beef. I'm telling you, in the beginning, when we was all talking about American Indians, before the FBA, Solon, and all the niggas even came to this app, we had the Indians on one accord. They couldn't have that shit. They had to separate that. Why do they keep you separate? Why do they keep you separate? He said, Voodoo Chief fighting the air right now. They know Haiti was world leader. Haiti was not a world leader. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Please do not bring no Voodoo Chief inside this live. Whatever y'all heard from Voodoo Chief and the Haiti Empire shit, leave that shit in the hallways, because this live ain't about that, and I don't even fuck with that. Haiti was not a world leader. Y'all gotta stop that shit. But anyways, though, let's keep going, though. So that they could be equal on the world stage. While anti-slavery whites sought to support a nation founded by, what's that in Tanyani? Founded by liberated slaves, black and white businessmen were excited by trade potential, and racist whites viewed Haiti as a way to export the race problem that plagued America, right? By the end of the decade, black Americans' migration to Haiti began to ebb as immigrants realized, flipping the page, where we at? All right, flipping the page, boom. All right, there. All right. The 19th century wants a black nationality, right? The 19th century wants a black nationality because it is an instrumentality that cannot be dispensed within the rehabilitation of, quote unquote, the black race, right? Indigenous people. If when we can carve out a separate existence here, either under the American flag or over it, be it so. But if we cannot, then migration is our only policy and most sacred duty. Wanted a nation, weekly Anglo-African, May 11th, 1861. Anglo-African, huh? Anglo-African newspaper. That's wild. The Anglo-African newspaper weekly. This is what they said. We was going to try and carve out our own nation here, either under the American flag or over it. But if we cannot, then migration is our only policy and a must sacred duty. All right? But listen. You said don't be so educated that you can't accept other information. I'm so educated that I know that shit that they talking is bullshit. And I refuse to believe in bullshit. All right? I like real history. I don't like motherfuckers that can't show sources of what they talking about. Can't nobody show a source about a global wide Haiti empire, world power. Ain't nobody got no source for that because it don't exist. Unlike y'all, I ask niggas to show me sources. I don't follow blindly behind what a nigga say because he talk good as a bitch with a camera on and shit and he look like me with locks. I don't fall for that stupid shit. You gotta show me something. You gotta show me something. Ain't nothing wrong with being American Indians and we are the you know what I'm saying? We are the people. But to say that Haiti was the world leader instead of America is the world leader, that's some crazy shit, right? But anyways, you said do your own research. This is why you on my live right now, because I am doing my own research in live time like I always do Monday through Friday at 5:30. Welcome to High Learning Book Club. We do research in live time, right? So try again. And I'm talking and before you get kicked out my live because you disrupting class, until a motherfucker can show me a source that outdoes the sources I shown that was written by Toussaint himself and Dessalines himself and Henry Christophe himself, and I got those letters written by those gentlemen themselves. Until somebody can outdo that source, I'm not believing nothing that y'all saying about a global world Haiti empire and shit, right? And you can't oversource a handwritten first-hand account, nigga. So good luck with debunking Toussaint and Dessalines and Henry Christophe. Good luck trying to debunk them. Don't debunk me. Debunk them. Because I'm just telling you what they said. Right? Y'all act like we write this shit. Like, I don't know what y'all be thinking, real. I'm going to get to this, y'all, but I just got to get this off my chest. I don't know. Y'all think that we wrote this shit? I wasn't even alive in 1804. I am a 1990 baby. I'm reading what they wrote, and y'all mad at me. I'm literally Dessalines and them niggas. I be reading what they wrote, and you mad at me. Because I don't want to listen to some nigga on fucking TikTok that sound crazy than a bitch. Boy, y'all silly as hell. Man, anyways, roll it if you got it. So anyways, because slavery was neither morally justifiable nor acceptable in the young nation built on ideals of liberty and equality, the United States seriously considered emancipating the slaves in the late 18th century, right? Late 1700s, right? Physical separation, however, quickly appeared as an inevitable corollary to emancipation. The peculiar solution, unquote, the idea of, quote unquote, deporting or transporting Black Americans to foreign territories, right? Transporting Black Americans to foreign territories was rapidly translated into concrete facts, right? with the creation of the American Colonization Society in 1816. So what was the American Colonization Society of 1816 strictly created for? Transporting free black Americans to foreign territories. How are you from Africa when they say that they transporting you to foreign territories? And West Africa and Liberia is on this list. Let that marinate for a second. They say that you African, but the American Colonization Society was about transporting you to foreign territories. West Africa was on that list, right? Foreign. But you're African, though. If I'm African, how could Africa be a foreign territory? They say the people of Sierra Leone look just like us. That's because a lot of them are us, descended from us. A lot of them do. Not all of them, but a nice little number. They call themselves Americo Liberians. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are the Americo Liberians. And it's crazy that when people do their DNA test, the DNA companies will link you to a nigga in Nigeria before somebody in Sierra Leone and Liberia. That's crazy, right? Black Americans went to those places recently now, 1800s and shit. But DNA tests will put your ass in Nigeria and Congo and all this other shit. I ain't never heard nobody say, I did my DNA test. I got cousins in Sierra Leone. That would be believable. I got cousins in Liberia. That would be believable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be believable. So, but come on, man. It's crazy how they do that. It's crazy how they do that. And the Americo language that they speak is nothing but Creole. That's all it is. The language that they took with them to Sierra Leone and Liberia was Creole. So let's keep going with this history real quick, though, right? So dodge the hijack with the blacks. We already know that, right? So now, prominent black American leaders were firmly opposed to immigration and openly denounced the American Colonization Society, right? So now all of our people was rocking with that shit, right? Some of our people was down with the migration. Some of our people weren't rocking with it, and they openly denounced it, right? And its scheme to colonize free and emancipated blacks in Africa, right? The scheme of the American Colonization Society was to colonize free and emancipated blacks in Africa. But they was going to try to use us to do it, right? And some of them did do it, okay? Others advocated relocation to other and closer places, such as Upper Canada, because some of them was probably from Canada, right? Shout out to the Cajuns, the real ones, right? Which was deemed more civilized and thus more acceptable than Africa. So some black Americans wanted to go to Canada before Africa. But niggas is African though, right? All right, peep gang. While advocates of the immigration solution agreed that blacks or indigenous people should leave the United States, there was no consensus concerning the place where they should settle. Still, one location did seem more attractive than others in the first half of the 19th century: Haiti. The first serious immigration scheme to Haiti was devised in the early 1820s during the term of the office of Haitian President Jean Pidel. It had some success. Several thousand black Americans immigrated to Haiti. Several thousand. Black Americans immigrated to Haiti. That's way more than what went to Liberia and Sierra Leone, but was rapidly halted for a number of reasons, which will be detailed in this essay. Although Black American immigrationists in the 1830s and 1840s generally contemplated relocating to Canada or the British West Indies, where slavery was abolished in 1833, immigration to Haiti never completely disappeared as an option for Black Americans. How many of y'all knew this history? His name sounds like Bouye. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they trying to get us out. Yep. Some of our people, right? The traders was trying to send us all to fucking Africa and shit, right? Because they were working with the white man, right? Some of our people who was against that whole Africa shit was like, bro, let's just go to the Caribbeans and, you know, and regroup real quick. You feel me? Because that's what it was pretty much. Because, you know, we American Indians, we ain't about to give up our land like that, right? And then a lot of us knew that we wasn't from Africa. That's why folks was like, shit, nigga, I go to Canada. Fuck all that. I got some cousins up there anyways, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen them niggas in years, right? Some of our folks was like, shit, nigga, we'll go to the West Indies. You know, we're going to regroup and come back with it, though, you know, but we not going to go to Africa, right? So that's why it was more of us that went to Canada in the West Indies, and specifically Haiti, than those that went to Africa, right? When you do the numbers of the ones that went to Africa, barely 1,000 of them even made it, you know what I'm saying, or went over there, right? And it wasn't even that many. But as you just seen, though, several thousand of us went to Canada and Haiti and other West Indian islands as well too, like Jamaica, the Virgin Islands as well too. The Virgin Islands ain't nothing but us. I mean, it all, like, everybody is us. We all American Indians, but the Virgin Island people is literally us. Like, I'm talking about, like, I mean, you got some indigenous Virgin Islands, but listen to what I'm saying. Like, them niggas is us. When you go there, them niggas look like you, talk like you, walk like you, niggas speak Creole like you. Them niggas in the Virgin Islands is you. You feel? I'm talking about, like, and it's like right there. It ain't even far. Like, the Virgin Islands is like right there. That shit ain't even far though. Right? You can't even tell the difference for real. I had a couple of Virgin Island homeboys growing up. You couldn't even tell the difference until they start speaking their language. And you was like, damn, bro, I thought you was like, nigga, thought you was from Georgia or some shit. But Pete Gay, though, that ain't true, Dennis. I don't know who told you that. What's happening, Brandon? I don't know who told you that, Dennis. That's how I know that you probably not one of our people, because black Americans are immune to malaria because of our sickle cell trait that we carry. Makes us immune to it. Africans aren't immune to malaria. I don't know who told you that. Them Africans been unaliving from malaria for generations. So I don't know who told you that one. But anyways, though, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Right? So where slavery was abolished in 1833, right? He said they act like we don't got mosquitoes over here. Man, come on, Brandon. Man, tell them something. Tell them something. Tell them something, boy. And our mosquitoes is horrible over this motherfucker. I think our mosquitoes might be worse, bro. Cause them niggas, our mosquitoes bite through pants. Like, man, our mosquitoes over here in America, them niggas don't give a fuck. They bite you through pants. Nigga. Ain't nothing stopping them. And they gonna chill on you. They rude. They'll bite you anywhere. They don't give a fuck. They'll hit you in the leg, neck, forehead, and then be having a little dot on their forehead and shit. Like, them niggas, the motherfuckers is vicious, man. They be big as shit, too. They be swole down south. I don't know where y'all be at, but them bitches be swole down south, boy. You're having a whole bat on your leg. You said everybody don't have sickle cell. I didn't say everybody has sickle cell. I said that Black Americans carry sickle cell traits. It's a difference between having sickle cell and carrying the trait of sickle cell, right? It's a difference, right? Just like how melanated women carry the recessive trait that creates pale people. That don't make the sister a pale woman. You feel what I'm saying? She just carried a trait that creates y'all. Or I don't know what you look like, but I'm just assuming you're a pale person. But anyways, though, they big in Texas, man. Look, northern mosquitoes not as big, but they don't quit either. Yeah, man, them damn southern mosquitoes. I don't know what the fuck wrong with them. Them niggas is on crack. Especially, yeah, that facts, Brandon. Our mosquitoes is on cocaine down south. I don't know what the fuck they got going on down south. Them bitches on cocaine, nigga. For real. Oh, our mosquitoes is boy. Look, we gonna keep going though. He said, "Fast, they don't quit in Maryland." So let's keep going real quick, right? So now, boom. So immigration with an E, not an I, to Haiti never completely disappeared as an option. Black American activists showed a renewed interest in Haiti in the early 1850s, which climaxed with the second wave of immigration between 1859 to 1862. A second wave. Remember, several thousand Black Americans went to the West Indies, especially Haiti. So some of y'all that be hitting roadblocks, 1850. Hey, Los, I'm doing my genealogy. I can't get past 1860, bro. My ancestors just disappeared. They probably in Haiti. Being so for real. Like all of us is not gonna have the same story. All of us is not just gonna be mainlanders. Like some of us got to be from the West Indies. Though. I'm just saying, like everybody can't be from the mainland. It's like we got stories of us going to the West Indies and vice versa. Somebody got to have these stories, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why you're hitting these roadblocks from a lot of y'all is because your ancestors over there and you got to go through those databases. Yeah. And then it'll pick up where you left off with. You might find a little ship log and everything too. Damn, my ancestors went to Haiti, Los. I'm back in the 1500s now. Like, yeah. Because some of us got deported. Right? Because that's a word that they use. In the last page, right, they say Black Americans or Black people, men of color, right, were deported and transported. So those who was deported, meaning that they was Haitians that was already here, FBA. Okay, and then a lot of us got transported, right? Indigenous Black Americans, they also was like, okay, y'all niggas go too. Right? Some of our people fought against it. Some of our people was with it. Some of our people was like, shit, man, that shit might be better over there than it is over here, bro. I'm tired of going through this shit. And, you know, I don't fault them for having that thought or that mindset because there's no telling what the 1800s was doing to our people. Like, you know, there's some good, some bad. Some people couldn't. Fuck it, bro. I'm going over there. You know, so it's no telling what it is, dog. Just understand that this is the history that a lot of people don't know. Especially a lot of FBAs on this motherfucker. Black Americans and the Caribbeans are closely related, which is something that we shouldn't even have to state or say, but anyway. Yeah, you gotta do what you can for your family. So there was a second wave of immigration with an E, not an I, between 1859 to 1862. The passage of the Fugitive Slave Act in 1850 and the Supreme Court Dred Scott decision in 1857 prompted many free Black Americans to leave the United States. One of them, the Reverend James Theodore Holly, felt that Haiti was the one place where the Black American race could regenerate and fulfill its own destiny. Now that don't sound bad, right? Nigga had to. I literally just said that nigga had to regroup. It was gonna come back, but they gotta regroup real quick. You feel me? A lot of shit going on, and that's what the Reverend said. Haiti was one of the places, right? That's what they said. Not Africa, not West Africa, not Nigeria, not Gambia, not Ghana, not Congo. We Americans, we still gonna be in some place of America. So he felt that Haiti was the one place where we could go to regenerate and fulfill its own destiny. In the mid 1850s, he encouraged his brothers and sisters to move to the Black Republic. Both the national U.S. context and the relatively peaceful political situation in Haiti contributed to this new wave of immigrations with an E, not an I, which also fortuitously coincided with another immigration project from the Haitian government. Number 3, that's the third wave. 3 waves of Black Americans going to Haiti. Peace, peace. What's happening in Chicago, Mississippi? Hope all is well, big dog. I ain't see you in a minute. What's happening in Airwalk 1804? Hope everything all well. I ain't see you in a minute. All right. You say interesting. I'm stuck right now. I'm saying shit. A lot of our brothers and sisters, a lot of y'all records is overseas. He said, let me go and send Haiti $5 real quick. Y'all silly as hell. But yeah, but it's just real shit. A lot of folks who can't find census records and shit like that here is because they overseas. You are part of the Indians who went overseas. Not even overseas for real. Like the West Indies is right there. I mean, it ain't even overseas. Like, and that is more believable than the Sierra Leone. I mean, even though we got that proof of that, but you know what I'm saying? What's happening, man? Airwalk, peace. So, several thousand Black Americans, Haiti, 1804 to 1862. Can somebody do some quick math for me real quick while I go get a sip of water? How many years is that? 1804 to 1862. How many years is that? I just put my water in here instead of me keep getting up. Oh, it's 58 years. Golly. 58 years. Ain't that something? Put my lighter. Oh, there it is. 58 years of Black Americans going to Haiti. Several thousand. How many Black Americans was in Haiti? Not Haiti, but how many Black Americans was in the America? Let's just say this. Let's just go by their numbers. It's 50 million of us right now. And a lot of our people left in the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, 1500s. You start to realize that the Indians didn't die off. The Indians left. Whether it was voluntarily or forcefully, they left. They didn't die out, they just left. Hey, you know what? They just left. They just left. Smallpox, come on. I don't believe the smallpox story in that one bit. Why would we accept blankets when we was making our own quilts? That story don't even add up. It don't. Why would you accept a stranger's blanket when you're making your own quilt? We already had blankets. We was knitting and making quilts and all that shit. For thousands of years, we probably gave them a blanket because they ain't had shit coming over here. So it would make sense that we gave them a blanket. They ain't had nothing. They told you the story backwards, right? Always remember that. Always remember that. Always remember they telling the story backwards. You gave me unalive blankets, but they didn't unalive you, right? And I know we had blankets. Shit, I got blankets right now. I got like 3 blankets on my bed right now. You need one? You know we love some. You know we love some comforters. You know we love some comforters. Quit playing. Yeah, all their stories are weak as hell. Yeah, they definitely had bed bugs. Yeah, facts. They ain't even got the human remains that even verified that. Right? So, and they was trying to send the black Americans to the American West in Sierra Leone or Africa. More generally, Haiti was considered as a possible place of settlement for free and emancipated black Americans. The climate, which was said to be similar to that of Africa, dodge the hijack. Haiti climate ain't nowhere near Africa. You wanna know how I know? Because I'm from Georgia. Georgia, Florida, all that's tropical weather. We ain't got no deserts. And okay. Yeah. But anyways though, it was similar to that of so-called Africa. But once again, we have to think, what Africa? Oh, y'all forgot. I know y'all ain't forget what I taught y'all. Ain't no continent called Africa in 1801. Africa is still a country at this time. Don't forget that. Ain't no continent called Africa at this time. This shit, Tunisia was still called Africa. So where was they trying to send so-called African Americans, who we know and historically are what? Listen to what I'm saying. Put it all together from what we learned from the 17 and 1600s. We in the 1800s, right? Remember what we ran down historically in books, right? A so-called African American, quote unquote, is an Afro American. An Afro American, Afro meaning Alfar, because they come from Africa, meaning Sephardics and Moors. So they were sending the descendants of the Moors and Indians back to the country of their forefathers, because the mother is the Indian. They was trying to send them back to the country of their fathers, which would be what you call Tunisia. Deporting, as they say, right? But they can't deport them because Sephardics and Moors ain't even indigenous to that region. So they sent them to the West Indies. So they sent them to the West Indies, right? Because South America was also called Ethiopia at that time in the 17 and 1600s. And there was a country in South America that was called Africa as well too. Remember, Africa is a Roman province, not a people. Okay? Africa is a Roman province, not a people. Okay? So there was a Roman province in South America that was also called Africa. It was a country. That's where people misinterpret the whole Africa was over here, right? They misinterpret that shit as in like the continent in America. No, that's not what that is. Right? That's and people misread maps and shit like that all the time because they still want to be African. Right? But in reality, what that map is showing you is that for one, the Romans was already the fuck over here. And people exclude them all the time. We be talking about Caucasians and these people be forgetting about the Romans, the Roman Empire. That's why all this shit popped off in the first place, right? The Roman Empire. That's the Roman providence that is controlling these areas. But we'll get there though. We'll get there. Right, we'll get there. Let's keep going though. So, it was a major argument, right? It was a major argument. As early as 1801, Thomas Jefferson argued that the Caribbean area had the double advantage of being inhabited already by people of their own race and color, right? Indians, and of offering climates congenial with their natural constitution, unquote. Thomas Jefferson was down with sending you to the West Indies. Believe it or not, some of your forefathers in history are part West Indian. Right? Alexander Hamilton and all of them niggas. A lot of them niggas is part West Indian too. Thomas Jefferson ain't no white man either. P gang. Alright. What's that name here? What? So P gang. Let's keep going. So Thomas Jefferson argued that the Caribbean area had the double advantage of being inhabited already by the people of their own race and color, right? Copper-colored Indians. And of offering climates congenial with their natural constitution, unquote. Not to mention the fact that Black Americans would be isolated from other descriptions of men, quote unquote, aka white people. But supporters of Haiti were clearly in the minority in the early 19th century. Since the Haitian Revolution, the pro-slavery South had been more than suspicious of the new Black Republic. Since the Haitian Revolution, the pro-slavery South had been more than suspicious of the new Black Republic. Not a single week would pass without the revolution being brought up in the Southern newspapers. Because of their geographical location, Southern states harbored many refugees from Haiti. Damn. I wish people on this app would just read history and stop making up shit. What the fuck the FBA be talking about? FBA love calling motherfuckers tethers and shit. The fuck are they talking about? The reason why indigenous Haitians fuck with Black Americans is because we know the real history. Y'all arguing with Africans pretending to be Haitians. And y'all blaming all the Caribbeans and shit. My thing is this. How y'all gonna call me and my people tethers? I didn't know that Indians can tether on to other Indians. That shit don't make sense to me, right? And yes, I do say my people, right? Because a lot of y'all know that I got best of both worlds. Mainland and island, right? So when I'm going against the FBA, I'm on the Caribbean side. I'm just gonna make that clear. When it comes to this FBA and all that shit, I'm on the Caribbean side. Why? For one, y'all done called me a tether too many goddamn times when I was trying to bring unity. fuck you. You gotta be a tethering ass nigga. All the goddamn nigga. All right, how about this then? How about I just debunk all you niggas and call y'all mulattoes, foundational mulattoes of America, right? Because none of them will come and challenge me with the history, because I'll bring some shit out like this and then shut the whole panel down because they don't know history. Some of them niggas might be part Caribbean. They don't know that. Them niggas haven't even found the Indian in their family. They went as far and found black and they stopped right there, so they black people. We're the black people. Black was only for black Americans. No, it wasn't. Who the fuck told y'all that stupid shit? I'm so tired of hearing that fucking narrative, and I don't care who don't like it, but black was not only for black Americans in the United States. Who the fuck told you that? When I could pull out all these goddamn history books from the 1400s all the way to now, these niggas calling everybody the negritos, fucking little black people. It's in the word negrito, little black people. The Australoids, the real indigenous aboriginal Australoids, called black fellas, black. And they also called negro. South Americans was called negro. The West Indians, because explorers landed in the West Indies first, they was called Negroes. When they made it to Florida and they found the Florida Indians, black Indians. Guess what? Aboriginals around the world were called, you guessed it, black. How the fuck y'all gonna try and claim a word that means your disenfranchisement and get mad at other motherfuckers for that shit don't even make sense. And a lot of you niggas don't hear yourselves because it's all ego, no knowledge. All emotion, no logic. A lot of motherfuckers on this app be sounding woke, but them niggas be sleeping in the motherfucker. They can't show you no source. They can't prove their genealogy. They don't teach shit. All they do is talk shit, don't teach shit. And motherfuckers like that shit. Do I need to cut my camera on and just talk shit? Because I could do that too. But where's the fun in that? Why not show sources and talk shit? I like doing it like that. I'm just being real, man. Y'all niggas y'all gotta stop this goddamn division. For real. Y'all gotta stop this division, bro. Because you're playing into the COINTELPRO hands, G. Y'all playing into the COINTELPRO hands, nigga. Y'all playing into the COINTELPRO hands. An Indian can't be a tether to an Indian because we all Aboriginal. And if you knew American Indian culture, then you know that we all damn near do the same shit as Indians. So I don't know what book these people reading. But all the books that I read, us, Black American Indians, from the top to the bottom, to the west to the east, our cultures, if not was the same, are very similar. You know what I'm saying? It's like me being from Georgia and I go to New York. I'm still gonna eat cornbread. I'm from Georgia. I go out to Cali. I'm still gonna eat cornbread. I'm from a different tribe. You from a different tribe. But we still eat cornbread. We still eat the same shit. See, this is why I don't understand when people be trying to make Indians different so much. It's okay for us to have similarities and even be the same. Motherfuckers want to be different so much, bro. It's okay. We talking about us. We family, nigga. We gonna have similarities and sameness. I'm a shotter. I can go to a Natchez and we gonna have cornbread. I'm a shotter. I can go all the way out west to the Californians and we gonna have fucking Indian bread. You know, some collard greens, some net bowls, some black eyed peas, some turnips, you know, what we call soul food. We all eat soul food and we all come from different tribes. How did that happen? We all come from different tribes, but we all excel in basketball, music, football, track, motherfucking inventions, innovations, knowledge, philosophies. You know what I'm saying? Fucking soul food, dances, music. Like, stop trying to look for the difference so much and start looking for the sameness. It's easy to find out what the fuck the difference is. It's hard to find the sameness and unite under that bridge. I'm just saying. Let's keep going though, man. Appreciate the gifts, y'all. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate the gifts. All right, turkey wings. Hell yeah, I love me a good turkey wing and shit. Turkey legs and shit. They about to be mad at you because they don't want to even. Oh yeah, they about to hate me on this. It's all good though. They'll be alright. So, listen. Right? So, because of their geographical location, southern states harbored many refugees from Haiti who were often accompanied by their slaves. What? Hold on, what? Somebody telling history backwards. Hold on, let me say that again. Because of their geographical locations, southern states harbored many refugees from Haiti who were often accompanied by their slaves. Some states actually passed legislation that prevented their entry. What? That sound familiar? Ain't somebody trying to pass something to stop Haiti's from... All right. Ain't shit changed but the name on the mail, right? But why are they trying to stop Haitians from coming over here? Because Haitians and Black Americans together equals trouble, trouble, trouble on their part. All right. All right. So, from the Black American point of view, since the beginning of the Haitian Revolution, the island had enjoyed an unparalleled reputation in the eyes of Black American people. Soon after the proclamation of Haiti's independence in January 1804, many Black American activists started lecturing and writing pamphlets or books on Haiti, like the one I be reading to y'all. Its revolution and its world famous leader Toussaint Louverture. The most influential Black American damn, I hate this word. My damn tongue don't roll right. Abolishist. Y'all see it. David Walker, Frederick Douglass, William Watkins, Alexander Cromwell, Henry Highland Garnet, Martin Delany, all invoked the Haitian Revolution as proof of the political agency of blacks, indigenous people. While some did not approve of the violence used by Haitians to get rid of their oppressor, they praised their revolutionary spirit and set up Toussaint as a hero of the Black American race. In the words of Leon Planfile, quote, the Haitian Revolution proved to be a catalyst for rising Black Americans' self-esteem, raising Black Americans' self-esteem. The impossibility for white people to own land in Haiti, a strict ban, which was then included in the Haitian Constitution. So in the Haitian Constitution, they made sure to put that white people can't own land in Haiti. That's in the Haitian Constitution. That inspired Black Americans, right? That nigga, once we get our shit back, we gonna do some shit like this, right? And we was trying to. Why you think a lot of our people, right? The Republican was for the Black American, or the Republican was for the Negro? Like, peep game. If our people would have got in office at that time, right? If our people would have got in office at that time, we was gonna do that. This is why they had to stop that. Nah, I promise to you, we even in 1850s and 1804, we were still landowners and shit. we was gonna make it to where, okay, we gonna, these white folk can't own no land, nigga. We gotta get an office to write that in the law, nigga, just like our brothers and sisters over there did it with their constitution. Cool, boom. Because remember, peep the timeline, 1804 to 1862, these are prominent timelines to what? They was unaliving all our political leaders. They was dismantling the Republican nation. They was flooding our towns. They was chasing us out. They was strange free. Y'all know black massacres and all that shit were popping off at this time, right? Because they was trying to stop us for imitating what Haiti did with their constitution. And we was gonna do the same shit over here. So that's why they had to stop it. That's why they had to keep them separated. Because while we was together, remember, several thousands of hundreds of us, right? Motherfuckers is networking, we talking, we holding meetings, niggas giving us game, we giving them game, boom, 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 boom. Them niggas had to stop that shit. They was like, hell no. Because if we would have ever completed our shit over here, linked up with the West Indies, well, we would have been unstoppable just off of that. Then if the South American brothers and sisters came in from Brazil, Veracruz, and them in Mexico, Negritos and all of them in the West Indies, man, bro, it wouldn't be no stopping us. And that's what they had to stop. That's what they had to stop. This is why they don't want black Americans in the West Indies, and East Indies, and South Americans, and our folks in the Yucatan and Veracruz and all of that. They don't even want the black Canadians fucking with us. You haven't seen no black Canadians come out yet talking about no shit that we talking about. They got them heavily segregated from us. Them niggas probably don't even see our content. P guy. It's all about economics, economic sovereignty. Economic sovereignty is all about economics. Y'all good? Y'all straight? Anybody got any questions? Feel free to ask. Big gang. So that was the introduction to a side of history that I'm about to teach y'all. We're going to call it the Black American West Indian Connection. And we about to learn the Black American and West Indian connection that have always existed all through history. Always existed all through history. It was the rise in their self-esteem statement for you. Yeah. I mean, it's just that time where, you know, our people was going through a lot. Them folks was doing a lot to us. And, you know, our brothers and sisters was going through the same thing, and Haiti was just the first one to win. And it inspired us, uplift us. You know what I'm saying? Kind of put that fire up under us again. They had to put the fire out because it was about to spread like wildfire. So they had to put it out before it even got started. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the likes, love, the gifts. Anybody got any questions, feel free to ask while we take this breather. Hey, appreciate the gifts. Appreciate the gifts, Mother Nurture. Said what influenced me to start teaching? Oh, I don't know. I was always interested, I guess, into it. Growing up, I was always just learning shit and I guess teaching people shit. Like little small facts and shit. I don't know. I've always been teaching, just different levels of it, I guess. Um, but who influenced me is I can say who influenced me, but I kind of was always like just teaching people shit. Like as a kid, like I taught my sister how to take the speaker apart and put it together and shit when I was like 6. Like I was doing crazy shit and just teaching folks. You know what I'm saying? I was always reading books. So I was just always telling people like little facts here and there and shit. What started me to get on this type of shit was just like watching a lot of Malcolm X interviews, a lot of Tupac interviews when he was holding conventions in Atlanta, Georgia in '93 and all of that. Uh, my pops mainly, and Hot Sauce 19. Everybody's stuck inside the house and shit, so I was like, fuck it, let me go on and create me a TikTok. So Hot Sauce 19. OG Merche said, do have any connections with the Puerto Ricans? Yeah, the Black Americans and the Puerto Ricans got a lot of connections with each other. Yeah, when I say Black Americans got connections with the West Indies and vice versa, but yeah, the Puerto Ricans too. When you talk about the MK Ultra program that they was doing, so the main test subjects in the MK Ultra was Black Americans and Puerto Ricans. Real shit. When you talk about that, us and Puerto Ricans was the main test subjects. There's a document that talk about the extraction of melanin, right? Back in 1920, 1910, around that area, when they learned how to extract melanin from melanated people, the main test subjects was Black Americans and Puerto Ricans and Australoids, ironically. And because of that study, that's how they found out that our melanin is different from like some of the Africans and other melanated people around the world. That's when they also learned that just because we all dark-skinned people, that really don't mean that we got the same kind of melanin and shit, right? Which would explain why some melanated people can still sunburn, while we don't really sunburn like that, if at all. Like I ain't never really heard of a Black American sunburning unless they was like real light-skinned Black Americans and shit. But like dark-skinned, you don't really hear about it. And you don't really hear about the light-skinned folk getting sunburned like that either. They just get darker. You dig? So it's real rare. Like a nigga gotta go to sleep on the beach and wake up type shit. 12 hours later, like you gotta be out there being roasted. You feel me? From sun up to sun down. And it ain't really a sunburn. Your skin is just peeling. Like that's not. Some people see the skin peeling and think that that's sunburn, but that's really just you just cook the top layer of your skin and it's just gonna peel because you're a reptilian and shit like that. But anyways, Black Americans, Puerto Ricans, it's just us in the West Indies got a lot of connections, deep rooted. A lot of the stuff was scrubbed from history. A lot of the stuff, is out there and can still be taught. Once we all understand that whether you from the islands or you on the mainland, we all descend from the same mother cultures, right? The Levantas, the Olmecs, the Mayans, the Incas, we all descend from them. You know what I'm saying? That's the mother civilization of all American Indians. You dig? So that's already the basis in the root. Hey, appreciate that 45. But that right there is already the basis in the root of why the culture is similar. It's because, we cousins. We're cousins, first cousins. If not the same people, as we can see. So, but now y'all know. Now y'all know our people wasn't even jacking that going to Africa shit. This why it was more people going to Haiti than to Africa. Because our people was like, we Americans for one. We'll go to the Caribbeans, but niggas, I ain't going to Africa, nigga. I'm not African. But I will definitely go to the Caribbeans. because it's still America, right? Because we Indians. Like, if we had to go somewhere, it was still gonna be right here. It was still gonna be right here. So this is why several thousand, like a lot of Black Americans went to the West Indies and to Haiti from 1804 to 1862, 58 years. So I'm just saying. Hey, I would have went to Haiti too. If back then, if they was forcing us, like nigga had to choose, I would have went to Haiti too. Jamaica or somewhere. I wasn't going to Africa. For real, I wasn't going like y'all niggas could drop me off in the Virgin Islands, nigga, but I ain't going to motherfucking Africa, nigga. For real, you drop me off in Jamaica, nigga. Y'all know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm cool. Drop me off in the middle of the weed field, nigga. I ain't even tripping. Like, nigga, I'll be back. For real, nigga. You drop me off in Jamaica, I'll regenerate just like we read, right? Regenerate, regroup, I'll be back, you know what I'm saying? Gonna kick it with some of my rosters and models over there, you know what I'm saying? Get real lit, catch a prophecy on some Nat Turner shit, come back, you know? You know? Come back and liberate my people, you feel me? But yeah, nigga ain't going no Africa. Like, y'all can give me a citizenship card for the West Indies. I tell you that. Like, real shit. But it's more history. I got some more history stuff about Black Americans going to Jamaica. We was going to Puerto Rico. We went to Cuba. But Black Americans went a lot of places, bro. A lot of us, there's a point in history in the early 1900s where a lot of our people went to England and London, Britain and shit. And we took the swag over there. All that top hat shit, that ain't European. That shit came from us. You know, the fedora hat with the feather and shit, that shit came from us. We took the whole trip over there to Britain and London and all that. I got a whole source about that. They even got the drip from us. Mm-hmm. Man, we went everywhere, man. Germany, Russia, niggas, Asia heavily. You know, West Indies, Pacific Islands, Canada. Like, Black Americans went everywhere. When you add up all the numbers, you would know where all the Indians went. Because you only died on paper. And smallpox ain't take you out. The simplest answer is a lot of our people just left. That's the simplest answer. A lot of our people just left, just like how our people still leave today. You got some people that stayed in your state, and you might have been that person that left your state. No different. You know what I'm saying? No different. So peak game. Peak game. And then it ain't even, and then like it says voluntary. Right? It says voluntary. Right? I just want to make sure y'all see that. So it was voluntary. Like, nobody forced this either. I read the document to you. Right? It was voluntary. We wasn't forced. Excuse me. The force was them trying to send us to Africa. We was like, bro, we'll go to the West Indies. So it was voluntary that a lot of our people went to Haiti. Mm-hmm. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to ask real quick while we take a little intermission. Let my jaws rest. Get this water in my system. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Mother Nurture in the building, Big Mod. I wonder how many FBAs got Caribbean ancestors and they just ain't tell nobody. Because I know one of them ran across a Caribbean ancestor. At least one of them. Probably about 10 of them, but at least one of them did, and they ain't saying shit to nobody. For real. There's a couple of FBAs out here that got Caribbean ancestors, and they ain't saying shit. I promise you. Smartest YN was happening. Peace. Drop Dead was happening. Let's hit your flag. Midnight in the building. Hey, appreciate that. Make sure y'all send y'all daily heart me's if y'all haven't. If you're new to the page, make sure you hit that follow button. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoying the live. Hope you learning something new. Our people married Caribbean people also. Yeah, man. Black Americans and Caribbeans have this, I'm telling you, long intertwined history that goes all the way back before colonization and shit. Like, you think niggas just like oxtails for no reason? Listen to what I'm telling you. You think black Americans just like oxtails for no reason? Y'all know that oxtails is literally a Caribbean thing. It came with the Caribs, the Caribbeans that, came into our communities and our neighborhoods, our villages, got adopted into our tribes, and we shared cultures with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. You think the oxtail come from? Yeah. In return, we gave them crawfish. They down here in the South. Y'all know how it is inside the South. They down here in the South with us. Right, the oxtail, we gave them crawfish. Well, this is what we call crawfish or mud bugs, right? This is how you cook them, eat them, boil them. Oh, okay, damn, we ain't got this shit. Cool. Kind of like a little lobster. Might as well say that. And it was just shared culture, cultural fusion and shit. This is why that they caught on with the music so quick, right? Reggae. Right? Reggae was born because they loved jazz and blues so much. And it inspired them to create reggae. And when they created reggae, we fell in love with that shit. We was like, okay, I fuck with that. You got Bob Marley on that shit. I fuck with that, okay, nigga. Tommy Lee Sparta, nigga. All them. Dance Hall and all that, bro. We fuck with that. They fuck with our shit. We fuck with that. Why? It's because it's made with soul. It's made with indigenous soul. We're going to always have that vibration. You did? He said, never had crayfish. Now that I'm an Israelite, would never have it. Man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got a tranny homegirl that looked at me like, you not African. Nah, facts. Mm-hmm. Facts, everyone. Say it's all American now that I'm an Israel. Now that I'm an Israel. Say you missing out. Ah, yeah, you missing out on that crawfish. I meant to say it's all American culture. Ah, yeah, it's all American culture. Facts, all American culture. Right? The brick oven, the barbecue. It's all American. It's all American. That's why we love seafood, man. We tropical people. We love it. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like shit, that's honestly kind of part of our diet, I will say. Despite what people may think or may say, but indigenously, we always eat some type of seafood. That's just part of our culture. Hope y'all don't think that seafood boil began with the white man. People on this app love giving shit to the white man, right? You get on here, start talking about some Indian shit, you be like, seafood boils. They be like, that came from the white man. Y'all, I know y'all seen these seafood boils that white people been cooking on TikTok. That's not even seafood boil. That's boiled seafood that they be cooking. We be having seafood boils. They be boiling seafood. It's completely different. You feel me? That shit come from us. That should be unseasoned. Yeah, it should be dry. That should be horrible. I be getting mad every time one of them videos be popping up. I get mad as shit instantly. Get this nigga out the kitchen, bro. How you fuck that up? I said, that Geechee, man. He said, I'm from coastal Georgia. Yeah, I already know. Yeah. You might as well say I'm kind of like coastal Georgia too. Shit, I grew up right there in Augusta, Georgia. So, Augusta, Georgia, kind of like coastal Georgia a little bit. Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, seafood everywhere. I ain't never seen a white boil. Only my peep since the 70s. You seen a white lady cooking gumbo? I can go for some gumbo. I ain't had no gumbo in years. I ain't gonna count. For real, it's been about 10 years since I had some good gumbo. And I want gumbo so bad. But yeah, man. There's a place that sell gumbo up here, but it's Cajun. I don't want no Cajun gumbo. That shit gotta be Creole. For real. I need that Creole gumbo. I don't want no Cajun gumbo. Nothing against Cajun folks. It just feel like something's missing when I eat Cajun food. It's like an ingredient is missing. Let's see what else I got for y'all. So now, so that's that. Is there anything else? Yep. So now, going back to the book that Voodoo Chief tried to debunk me on his live and save his face, now you understand who dude is. That's why I ain't get mad when Voodoo Chief held that live trying to clear his name and all that shit that I was teaching. He was like, this guy is a black American man. He is. And this book was written in 1831. What did I just got done reading to y'all about black Americans going to Haiti during the time of the revolution and first independence? They wrote it. There you go. So if y'all ever was wondering if black Americans wrote books and have sources, we do. We do. So I have the white man's books, I have the African man's books, I have the black American man's books, the Chinese man book, Russian man book, French man book. I mean, I got all type of books, man. And everybody call every book pseudo. So I'm just waiting on somebody to supply a source, a book that I can read of this invisible man. Because obviously black, white, and red people ain't good enough. So if y'all can find me a clear, invisible, hollow man author book that I can read, let me know, man. Just send that bitch to the DM. I'll go to archives.org, download that shit. Because obviously, out of all thousands of books I done read to y'all, they all wrong, right? People say that it's wrong, and the people who's calling it wrong are people who never read the book in the first place. That's crazy how you can try and discredit something that you ain't never read. That's like trying to tell somebody what's going on in a movie that you never seen. That's wild how that work, right? That's like trying to tell somebody about a movie scene, about a movie that you never seen. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild out here in these TikTok streets. Yeah, it's only pseudo when it don't fit their narrative. That's one reason why I don't like debating people on TikTok. Because they won't be honest with integrity when they debate. Anything you pull up that goes against their narrative, they're gonna say it's pseudo. And that's not how debates and shit work. So that's why y'all probably won't ever see me debate on here. Unless I come across an opposition that has the same mindset as me. Right? But, you know, said written by a mysterious force. Voodoo Chief never source up anything from a book, does he? Hell no. Hell no, Moorstar. As long as I know Voodoo Chief and seen all his lies and shit, I ain't never seen. He hates books, actually. He does. He said that's our problem is we read too many books. We don't get enough downloads from the ancestors. That's what he said. We read too much. That's actually what a lot of these niggas be saying on this app. Like all these niggas that be like going against us and shit. That's kind of what they all got in common, right? The natives, the Voodoo Chiefs niggas, the Haitian Empire niggas, the Pan Goof. All of them literally say the same shit pretty much. Like y'all read too much. Just let that marinate. Y'all, we read too much. I thought that's how you do research. I thought that's what makes you a scholar. What is the definition of scholar? How else would you become a scholar? How else will you master something, right? 10,000 hours, right? Like, imagine that. The information that you got is so potent, so real, so deep that these niggas can't say nothing but you read too much. Let that marinate. Let that marinate now. So if you made it to the south side of TikTok today and you knew, make sure you follow my page so you be notified every time I go live. Welcome to the south side of TikTok. It's cold in these shadow band streets, but we got the real information for you in the underground though. Welcome to the underground, where all the gems is kept. Anyone that says that is an enemy, but enemy, we should always read. Yeah. Anybody that tell you read too much or they just criticize the shit that you read, which proves that you're Indian now. Keep that in mind. They say that we read too much about books that's telling us that we're Indians and indigenous people and they lied to us now. We're reading too much. That's a clear sign that these niggas is agents. That's the dead giveaway that these niggas is agents. Dead giveaway. These niggas is agents. You read too many books that tells you the truth about you. The moment he tried to debunk one of my books that talked about the ancient black nations of America, he was like, that book is pseudo, it's written by a white man. What do white people gain by telling you that you are indigenous to America? Just let me know that now. Because white or not, truth is truth. Truth ain't got no skin complexion. I know niggas that be lying. They're called Pan-Africans. They've been lying to niggas for almost 100 years now. Right? So obviously truth and lies ain't got no skin complexion. So we read too much. We read too much. They be enforcing anti-literacy laws on themselves. Yeah, that shit's crazy, right? It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Health, wealth. That's what that's called. How can he be against it if he called himself Indigenous American? He's against it because we're saying that we're not Haitians, or like this Haitian empire existed and shit. So, it goes against their narrative. So he will only acknowledge it if it says that we're all part of this Haitian empire and we're Haitians and shit. So do I put these lessons up on YouTube? Yes, I do. Let me show my YouTube channel for those who want my YouTube channel. Signs Up for the Conscious Mind for those who haven't. Make sure y'all check out the videos. Check out the sources. I post all sources, all videos. Everything you need is right there pretty much. Over 300 truth-filled videos and counting. Right? And all we do is talk about history that was buried, truth they erased, and knowledge they never wanted us to find. My page is for you to feed your consciousness, right? So you can listen to my stuff as an audiobook because I do a lot of reading. You can be cleaning up, having it playing, or you at work, want time to pass by. You can play it, you can listen, you can learn. If you need books and sources and stuff like that, you can pause the video, screenshot whatever book I pull up though. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. Have fun. Have fun. Just make sure y'all like the video, share the video, hype up the video, and just get in that algorithm. Is it Haiti part of America? Yes. The West Indies is a sub-region of North America. So technically, the West Indies is North America. So technically, West Indians are Black Americans too. Technically. For the FBAs out there. I should make the books I wrote into an audio book. Woo! That's a lot of reading. I might have to get AI to do it. A lot happened in the last 150 years, my opinion. We got on the mainland. We don't have allies for real. I mean, with that mindset, you could take that with the mainland. Shit, we ain't got allies here. Shit, a lot of Black Americans don't like Black Americans. I mean, if we're gonna be real. So with that mindset, that don't, you can't exclude or keep everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Because last time I checked, a Haitian ain't never tried to unalive me or spin the block on me. A Haitian ain't never broke into my car and took my shit. I'm just being real. If we gonna really be real about this shit, and because one thing about Black Americans, and this is me speaking as a Black American growing up with Black Americans, and I love my people. One thing about us is we kind of like to hide face and don't keep it real. When we be exposing other people's shit, we be trying to like hide our shit that we don't like. When we be going after other motherfuckers or whatever, we got this mindset that we all won out the blue when that ain't true. It's a lot of niggas who don't like niggas. It's a lot of women who don't like women around this bitch. Your first fist fight was with Black Americans. How many of y'all ever fought a Caribbean before? I'm just being real. Out of your whole life, how many Caribbeans you fought? I'm talking about fist fight in your life. How many Caribbeans? How many Caribbeans kicked your door in and stole your shit? I'm just being real. What's saying this, Swarthy? I ain't never fought no Caribbeans. Caribbean ain't never robbed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. So We have to clean up our backyard before we can sit here and point fingers at other motherfuckers. Because, again, a lot of these West Indians that people is going against, they not even real West Indians. They Africans pretending to be West Indians and shit like that. Real West Indians indigenously, they fuck with Black Americans, and they look so much like us, you wouldn't even know for real anyways. Right? Because a lot of people be having these stereotypical mindsets of what a West Indian look like. I done caught hella lies like that, and these niggas be sounding like eugenicists on this goddamn app, FBAs and shit, talking about our people don't look like Haitians. This is what Haitians look like, and they be showing. I'm like, nigga, what the? That's an African. You've been arguing with Africans all day, now all of a sudden you don't know what an African look like. That's a goddamn African. And Haitians come in many different phenotypes, just like Black Americans come in all different phenotypes. Like, that's like me going to get Flavor Flav and like, nigga, this is what all Black Americans look like, and I got Flavor Flav on this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, it's be for real right here. Cause I can show y'all hella Haitians that you probably thought was a Black American and you ain't even know it. I swear to you, I can show you thousands of Haitians that you probably thought was Black Americans. You ain't even fucking know it. I can show you Trinidadians and Panamanians. I can show y'all the whole West Indians that look exactly like you, and you've been thinking that they was you the whole time. What do West Indians really look like? So let's not become eugenicists, right? Let's not become eugenicists. Let's stop that shit. That shit be weird. We are one. We are one. We've been traveling in and out both sides for centuries. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You said, what's that YouTube channel? That's my YouTube channel. A lot of us have fought our family more than we fought our outsiders. Yeah, that's the truth. That's true. Plenty, but that's only because I'm from Flatbush, New York. Yeah, y'all don't count up north, especially New York. Y'all excluded from this. I'm talking about the southern Black Americans. Y'all up north, then I know y'all done fought some Caribbeans before. That's just I know what's going on up there. Y'all probably was fighting them African Caribbeans too. To be honest, a lot of African Caribbeans went to New York. Real shit. A lot of them niggas is African descendants, not real West Indians. Some of them might be a little bit, but they sent a lot of Africans up north. When Africans really started coming here, they started up north and they made their way down south. But that's why Southerners, we ain't run across Nigerians till like 90s and shit like that. And then if you ran across one in the 80s and 70s, it was like very rare. You like, But down south, at least me, I ain't start meeting Nigerians until like 2000. Damn, you Nigerian nigga? The fuck y'all doing over here? Type shit. The Africans look different. They do. The tint of their skin is different from us in India Superior. Like, no matter what our phenotype and the skin complexion, we all always have that red tint under us. Even our yellow bones have a red tint still to them. When you look at our light skinned people and yellow bones and shit, they still got a red tint to them. When you look at them. So, we this how you can really tell. For one, most Africans, not trying to sound fucked up, but they got like this leatherly, like their skin is like a leather type of texture type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not trying to sound fucked up, but it just, they got like a leather type of texture to their skin. And they like blue-black. You know what I'm saying? Or they either look like an Arab mixed. You know what I'm saying? And their hair don't really grow like ours. You feel me? He said they be Batmobile black. For real. And I ain't talking shit. I'm just talking about the Africans that I've experienced in my life, that I've seen. And growing up in Atlanta and Louisville and shit, I'm just talking about the ones that I've seen. The niggas, they skin be like a leathery color and they be like this color. Like real shit, they be like this, nigga. Nigga be having baby locks for like 3 years. I'm just being real. That's just what I seen. And they hair be like real dry and shit. Like they ain't never seen sulfurate a day in their life. I'm just being real. I'm not talking shit. This is what I've seen in my experience. You cannot deny my experience, but this is what I've seen. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That is all. I gotta make a disclaimer out here in these TikTok streets. Okay. I'm about to wrap it up. I ain't never seen one with a big ass fro, man. Hell no. Never. Get dark red when you stay in the sun, yeah. Brillo pad head. Nah, for real, bro. And honestly though, when you look at these celebrities whose ancestors starting to come out, you can really look at them though. Like at first, when like for an example, when Wale first came out, and we thought that he was one of us and shit, I was like, okay, cool. But then now, since we know that Wale's Nigerian, and you look at that nigga, you like, you know what, that nigga do look like he is African. You can see it now. You know, they be trying, like, they blend in real well. They be born with you, get the swag and shit. They blend in good for a long time, but they can't hide. You like, damn, Nigerian nigga? Damn, okay. Shabuzi ass. When he first came out, I thought this nigga from Virginia. I was like, okay, nigga, Virginia, because that's what he said. Okay, Virginia. Mama, Nigerian. You be like, you go back and look at this nigga, you be like, you know what? That nigga do look Nigerian. That nigga do got that African look. You know, that nigga hair haven't grown yet. You know, it's been the same length and shit. You feel me? Like, when you see it, when you know, and you go back and look, you can see it. Just like 21 Savage. Now you know this nigga black British, and you go back and you look at him, you be like, you know what? He kind of really don't look like us for real. That nigga mustache grow weird. I'm not even talking shit. Go back and look at 21 Savage. This nigga mustache don't grow like ours. That nigga, he got that weird European ass mustache, and it's just right there. Like, that shit's weird when it gets like right here. It's just like a European mustache. It's weird. When you go back and start looking at these niggas, you like, how the fuck we fell for this? Cause I'm gonna be real, bro. Out of my 36 years, I have never came across nobody that looked like 21 Savage in our community. Like, that nigga's phenotype is 1 in a million inside our goddamn community. I ain't ever head too slim or something. What's happening, Niji? Peace. You said his mustache grew weird too? Yeah, man, that nigga mustache throws me off, bro. His mustache throws me the fuck off. Man. Wale might be the African's best rapper. I mean, if they gonna cling on to these rappers, they need to cling on to them. If I was an African, I'd been behind Wale. Wale, Boombayah. I would have been behind Wale if I was a Nigerian. Coming into y'all lives and shit. Y'all niggas ain't got no rappers. Where the fuck the African rappers at? I'm like, nigga, Wale, nigga, platinum. Africans don't even be knowing what to say when they come into our lives. They would, what you... Just fuck you, nigga. The nigga don't even be knowing shit. I would have been bust out Wale on the nigga. For real. I would have been bust him out if I was an African. As soon as y'all hit me with that, what platinum artists y'all got is from me? Shit, nigga, Wale, nigga, Akon, nigga. They don't be saying the obvious, nigga. Akon, nigga, Wale, nigga, Shabuzi, nigga. That's because them niggas ain't really African. Because they don't even be knowing African shit, technically, obviously. The niggas that be trolling you and all that shit on TikTok, them niggas ain't really Africans. That's why they don't be knowing shit African. Not even the motherfucking celebrities that is African. They don't even be knowing them niggas. It's because they're not African. Well, who are they though? They're Black Britons, Black Europeans, Black Arabs. I'm being dead serious. If you learned about the invasion of a lot of these Black Arabs and Black Eastern Europeans into Africa, you will honestly start realizing that you don't even know what an indigenous African really look like. Because a lot of people that you think is African is really Arab or Black, East European. So in my next live tomorrow, we're going to blow the dust off of those African books. And we're going to revamp Africans Ain't African. Right? Just for the new people who's tuning in. Like I said, I'm catching everybody up, all the new people and everything like that. So tomorrow, we're going to blow the dust off a couple of these books. That's going to be the intro to live, right? Africans ain't really African. And for those who don't know what I mean, and for those who don't know, we're going to go through a couple of tribes. You're about to learn that a lot of these so-called Africans are Middle Eastern. Motherfuckers from Palestine and Mecca, Baghdad and Pakistan and shit like that. Oh, yeah. For an example, the Hausa tribe. If you go look up the Hausa tribe, they in West Africa, mostly Nigeria area, right? They not even West African. And the attire that they wear is literally Baghdad attire. Middle Eastern. And they still do their Middle Eastern culture still to this day. And people think it's African, but it's actually from Baghdad. It's Middle Eastern culture, right? But people think it's African because it's niggas doing it. Right? Niggas wrapped in turbans, so they gotta be Africans. Niggas is from Baghdad. And, you know, there's a whole migration story about how they ended up over there. And the same with a lot of these other tribes. We're gonna break all that down for those who don't know. Yeah, they got a whole, exactly. They still hold a whole festival giving homage to where they came from. The Yoruba tribe. The name Yoruba is literally, when you think about it, that ain't no African name. Yoruba. That sounds very Arabic, Middle Eastern. Yoruba comes from the king Yarub, who comes from Mecca, the Middle East. Yoruba sounds like an Arabic name because it is Arabic. And them niggas is Arabs. Yoruba come from Yoruba. And they migrated to West Africa. And they adopted Ifa from the indigenous West Africans that was already there when they got there. There's a whole history to it. The Orishas is not even from Africa. All that Orisha God and people thinking that the Orishas is African guys and shit. The Orishas is not even African. That shit don't even come from Africa. You'll be surprised where that one come from. The Orishas. Sound like a black American woman in the hood. Orisha. Orisha. You went to school with Orisha? You know Orisha. Yeah, I know Orisha. You want to stay up the street? Her goddamn brothers, Amon Ra and all of them. Yeah, nigga, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. Yeah. They call her Isha for sure. Yeah, I know Isha. Isha be chilling with Keisha and them. Where did Orishas really come from? I'm just giving y'all a little hint off of that one. Because you ain't never met an African that has a name that ends with Isha in that motherfucker. You ain't never met an African with a name named Isha in that bitch. That's all I'm saying. You'll find the most Ishas and Keishas and Taishas over here in America. So Orishas. Ain't nothing but Mayans from South America. But we ain't about to get into that. You know, feathers and bow and arrows, Moors, Mers, Mordos. They say everything African. Yeah, they say everything African. An original West African left there. Just curious. Original West African, a lot of the original West Africans got unalived when the original Arabs started coming over there in 7 AD. Some of them mixed in with the original black Arabs and, you know, kind of went through a little ethnocide like that. And then a lot of other ones went through a genocide, a forced conversion to Islam, you know, a lot of guerrilla warfare that still go on today. You know, when you look at the guerrilla warfare that go on in Africa and you think that it's Africans on Africans, it ain't even that, right? Because you're not familiar with the history, right? So a lot of those be like Black Europeans versus indigenous Africans. A lot of them be like, Black Arabs enslaving indigenous Africans and shit. It's a lot of that shit going on, right? And it's actually like that on a lot of land masses. But if you want an example of melanated on melanated and how they do shit, just look at Africa. Same shit. You feel me? But yeah, a lot of those indigenous West African tribes, a lot of them got pushed down south. A lot of them got pushed up north. A lot of them went through a genocide and an ethnocide. And the people that inhabit those areas largely are Arabs or descendants of Arabs. Mixed Arabs, right? So the Fulani, the Hausa, Yoruba, Bantu is a derogatory name. That ain't even the real name of that tribe because that tribe is multi-ethnic, right? Same thing with the Igbo. The Igbo is multi-ethnic. All them niggas ain't even the same people, right? This is some shit that white people created and gave it to you. But a lot of these people come from the Middle East. Some of these people come from Asia, right? The reason why the Khoisan look Asia is because them niggas is Asian. Right? Out of Africa is a theory. That shit ain't real. The reason why the Khoisan look Asian is because the niggas is Asian. Alright, negrito, nigga. Excuse my language, man. Negrito. Alright. That's why they look Asian. Because they came from Asia. They migrated into Africa. And there's a whole lot of books about that. Coming from the African universities and African oral stories themselves. So we'll get into all that. We're gonna get into all that. You believe? Yeah, man. Africa is a big hoax for real. Do you know who inhabited the land of Israel in that case? I know they was dark skinned. So in those times there was no land of Israel. Israel is a people, not a place. But if we had to put a place on it, biblically, Israel is in America. It's not over there. But if you're talking that landmass over there, it was niggas, Negroes. The same original inhabitants that came from Palestine and migrated into Africa is the same people who inhabited those landmasses. Some of them look like Sudanese people, shit, sometimes, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You said, why did they leave? Wars, conquering, pushed them into Africa. A lot of folks was pushed into Africa. That's how they ended up there. Right, when they was doing the whitewashing and the Berlin Conference and the colonizing of Africa and all of that, that's when a lot of those melanated tribes and people that I was telling you coming from different regions, that's when they got pushed into that region. When you talk about Leopold, Belgium, and Tipu Tip, the Arab who was enslaving Africans in the east part of Africa and in middle Africa and shit like that, the indigenous people, and then all the original dark-skinned Arabs and their light-skinned brothers start coming in and taking over, and the same with the Dutch, the Brits, and a lot of Pakistanians and all this shit show. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up though. We hit our 3-hour mark. I'm getting hungry and I have to hop on the phone. Right? I'm gonna finish watching some anime. I hope y'all enjoyed that introduction to Black American and Caribbean history, the intertwinedness. We will do a part 2 tomorrow. And we will also break down how Africans ain't even African. And I might think Africa is a hoax, like everything else. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the likes, the love, the gifts. Appreciate the taps, the reposts, the likes, the love. Y'all already know y'all the real MVPs. If y'all haven't tapped into the YouTube page, make sure y'all tap into the YouTube page. And if y'all want to grab a copy of the book, let me know in the DM. And I'll tell you how you can purchase a copy of the book and everything like that I wrote myself. Other than that, enjoy the rest of y'all day. See y'all in these TikTok streets. Peace, 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 peace. You just subbed to my YouTube page, man. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoy it.